We're Danny and Brenna, and we're on an 8-day road trip around the Canadian Rockies. From our home just outside Banff, we're going to be spending the next week travelling around the mountains of Western Canada, seeing some of the most iconic and incredible sights both Alberta and British Columbia has to offer. We'll be trying some amazing food and drink.
Oh my god.
Has a fresh bagel. Sleeping in some unique places, and finding out exactly what this part of the world has to offer. Today is the first day of the trip, and what better way to kick off the trip than snagging a last-minute camping reservation at the notoriously difficult-to-get Lake O'Hara, which is in Yoho National Park, BC. With some of the most incredible mountain scenery on the planet, day one is sure to be an incredible first day of the road trip. So this is day one of our Canadian road trip. We're in Canmore, we're heading to Lake O'Hara, which some may say is the hardest campground to get reservations for, but we've managed to get them. We won't bore you with the drive. Let's just get there, shall we? Okay, so we're just driving into Canmore, we're going to go get coffee, but look at these views. It has literally rained non-stop, and I mean non-stop for the last 4 days. I've been called off work because the weather was so bad, I'm meant to be working outside. And now, everything's so crisp and so clear, it doesn't even look real right now. There's this weird layer of cloud, and the clouds are low, and the mountains are poking through the clouds, and then there's blue sky. Basically, I'm so glad to see the blue sky.
So before we leave Canmore, obviously we need to get a coffee from Tim Hortons because it is 8:30. I'm tired, it's early.
Now you know it's 8:30, you'll know why we look like this. We woke up at 6, we're not early risers. So coffee is needed.
Oh, and if you were wondering what our order was, Danielle got pumpkin spice and I got French vanilla because French vanilla tastes like toasted marshmallows and it's delicious. So we've just turned off the road into Lake O'Hara and there's a bit of a traffic jam. There's a train crossing the road in. But the sun has come out, as you can see, it's in my eyes. We drove through like fog to get here. It was all like foggy and there was patches of blue. Really beautiful. The drive from Banff to Lake Louise and Lake O'Hara is amazing. It's like genuinely such a nice drive. It's only like 45 minutes from Banff to here. But we went through like fog, we went through clouds, we came out, blue sky, and now the weather looks incredible, like really incredible. We've timed this so well because it literally rained for 4 days straight until now. You couldn't see anything, it was just thick cloud everywhere. Now, blue sky, and look, sunshine.
I hope this train hurries up because I'm excited to get there.
So we have to be here at 10:30 a.m. because that's when our bus goes, because you can walk up the service road if you don't have a bus reservation, but it's 11 kilometres each way up a service road. Obviously we got a campground reservation which comes with the bus, so we're super lucky because getting the bus up here is really difficult, and there's a lottery system in place now, so basically your odds of getting it are really slim. But we've somehow managed to get the campground reservation, which means we can get the bus.
Parking was not as easy as I thought it would be. We've managed to find one. No one else has parked here, but it's very wide, so we reckon we must be fine. But yeah, I thought it was going to be not that hard to find parking, but apparently very difficult to find parking. So I wouldn't want to be on the 5 o'clock bus, let's just say that.
So we've just packed our bags, everything's out the car, and we are ready. I've got the puffy on because it's absolutely freezing right now, so I'm going to be really cold tonight. Our bags are packed, we're just going to head to the bus. We have like 5 minutes to get to the bus stop, so I need to put you away and go. Let's go. Also, the parking lot here is surprisingly full. A lot of people have just got off a bus that came from the lake. They must have camped there last night. So there is a few cars leaving now, but when we got here, it was absolutely full. We nearly had a fight with some old ladies because they were reserving a space for their friend, and we were like, you can't do that, you can't just stand in a space. But, you know, I've calmed down now, we found a space. Oh, the bus is already here, that's fun. Thank you.
We're on the bus. It's a school bus. I've never been on a school bus before, so this is first. It's a little bit old. Seats are a bit smelly. Our lunch is getting squashed as we speak.
we had to take our valuables out of the bag, and I forgot to take the lunch out, and I would consider that a valuable, so I have made a faux pas there. Also, this seat is really, really comfortable. I did not know school buses had comfortable seats like this.
You can do a lot of things out there to help. I'm going to quiz you on it.
The bus ride up to the campground only took around 30 minutes and wasn't the most scenic, but was surprisingly comfortable. Before we started moving, we were given a green token each for our return journey, which we were instructed to keep safe in order to get the bus back tomorrow. After driving up the bumpy dirt road, we were dropped off right outside the campground, where we all piled out of the old school bus and formed a line to collect our backpacks from the bus. Once we were there and off the bus with our bags, we were given a small informative speech by a park ranger before heading off quickly to try and find the best campsite there was.
Okay, so we just got to the campsite and everybody ran off to find a tent site except us. We were literally the last people, so we have the joy of finding the last tent site available because we didn't run quick enough. So we're going to grab our bags and go now. Great. It's funny, when we got here, we had a little orientation and there's a lady that works for the Parks Canada. She's like, every tent site is nice. You don't need to run. You don't need to fight people. Just find a spot. They're all the same. So yeah, we found one that looks alright.
We're kind of close to everything. We haven't really ventured to. I don't know if we should go for a little wander though. Maybe there's something better. She said there weren't, but what if there is? What if there is?
Very.
You happy here? What number is this anyway?
We did eventually settle on campsite number 4 in the end. Also, this campground's really, really nice. It's backcountry, but it's not really because we got the bus in. It's really nice.
This part's really embarrassing. So I'm a little bit upset actually. There was a bit of a disaster already in the day. All our bags got piled onto the back of the bus. I brought my Crocs as my camp shoe, pinned them to the outside of my bag. When I got the bag off the bus was quite warm. Didn't think anything of it. Just taken my Crocs off my bag. They've actually got melted and now they're warped and look like this. I know what you're thinking, they'll bounce back. I've been wearing them, they haven't bounced back. They're burnt and warped now. What am I going to do with that? The Crocs shouldn't be that difficult. I mean, look at it.
It looks fine on.
No, it doesn't.
It does. Right, the tent's all set up. It's time for lunch. We made some rolls yesterday. They got a little bit squashed in transit, which is totally my bad. But they still look good. I'm bloody starving, so they're going to taste delicious either way. Okay, we have to go to the cooking area to eat because you can't eat your tent pads.
My coat matches my shoes, and I've only just realised I'm accidentally a matching queen. I'm also enjoying the fact that I'm looking at all the tents, and on this backpacking trip, normally you go and everyone's got like the big Agnes, you know, all the big brands. That one there's just an exclamation mark. That might be worse than ours. Watch that be a really expensive weekend.
Sandwiches. Let's go put the rest of this in the bag. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's good. It's pastrami, cheese, pickles, mustard, and mayo, if you're wondering.
You make a good sandwich.
Homemade pickles as well.
You've got flour all around your face. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. Do excuse me, I'm just eating a granola bar. Right, lunch is done. I'm going to walk towards the lake now.
We're going to get the first glimpse of Lake O'Hara. No idea how far away it is. Or how big it is, really. I refuse to Google it because I didn't want to ruin it, so this is going to be a genuine moment for me, I think. Also, it's really fucking cold. I'm a bit worried about tonight.
I've got the world's biggest puffy jacket on, so I'm fine. It's really wet around here. I think it's like also been raining here for about 4 days. There's chocolate in my teeth. I can't.
There's a shop down here that sells carrot cake. If you watched our last video, you know I really wanted to bake good and missed out on it because they weren't selling it that day, and then the next day they were selling it, but it didn't really look like... Wow, look at them mushrooms! You need to see that. Yeah, they had a chocolate cake, but it looked horrible. But more importantly, look at them mushrooms.
Whoa! Wow, okay, that deserved that reaction.
Look how big they are. My hand for scale. Ginormous.
So we can walk on the road to the lake, but there's this little trail that goes alongside this river. It's all mossy and dank. It's lovely. What a nice little trail. That's an interesting one.
Look at the bottom of it. It's got like prickles.
In hindsight, this might not be the best way to walk after it's rained, because there is like thick, deep mud everywhere. Neil's just found out she has a love for mushrooms that she didn't know she had.
That's like bigger than my face. And I got a big moon face.
Every single mushroom we go past, she's like, wow, look at that one.
How shiny it is. I wish I knew what these mushrooms were. I'm fascinated by them, but I don't know what they are. Okay, so we found a little path from that little muddy trail back onto the road, and we've decided to take it because it was a little bit treacherous and a little bit slippery, and we're not all about twisting our ankles on day one of our holiday. So we're back on the road and we're pottering down. And I won't lie to you, I'm already thinking, oh, pothole. I'm already thinking about the carrot cake.
You think about the carrot cake?
We're thinking about the carrot cake.
As you said that, I was like, oh, I could go for a slice of carrot cake. So we're here in the middle of September, and I think it must have snowed last night because it's really wet down here, and then the tops of the mountains are like covered in snow and like cloud. It's really like eerie and cool. But yeah, there's loads of snow up there, which is really cool. Gives it like a little extra perspective, you know? Looks lovely. All right, we're at the lake. I've just seen my first glimpse of the lake, and I can confirm it's mighty impressive. Honestly. Wow. Well, that's impressive. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. There's like this blue lake with just like snowy mountains around it, green pine trees. It looks a bit like Lake Louise, but smaller and like way less people, obviously, but just as nice, if not nicer, because of the lack of people. And we've only just seen a little bit of it. We're gonna go on a hike now. We just looked at some maps. We might go up to Lake Oessa. We might do like part of the alpine circuit. We're not sure, but we just looked at the map. We're gonna walk around. Wow.
This really honestly is stunning. Look at it. It's so much better than I thought it would be. Also, we were a little bit peeved because we've applied for this lottery a few times and not got it, and we were like, oh, this is so annoying. But now that we're here and there's hardly anyone else here, I'm kind of glad that we didn't get it the first few times and it's a lottery system, because it makes it extra special. There's like literally no one else around. It feels so like unspoiled and not ruined and just gorgeous. There's like literally no one around. There's definitely people in our campsite, so we know there's people around, which gives you peace of mind. And there's loads of rangers and stuff, but overall like not busy like Lake Louise and all the other ones that you can drive to. So I'm kind of glad you can't drive here and you have to get the lottery ticket bus campground. Yeah.
So we're just currently doing the Lake O'Hara Lakeshore Trail, which is beautiful. Just goes around the edge of the lake. Absolutely amazing. We are just going to branch off now to Lake Oessa. We were going to go up Wiwaxie Gap. Wiwaxie Gap? I think that's how you say it. But there's a lot of snow up there. It's definitely snowed overnight. And I don't know, I'm just not feeling it today. Just not feeling a big steep climb. So we're going to go straight to Lake Oessa. Then we might continue the alpine route from there. But so far, the Lakeshore Trail has been amazing.
The good thing about the Lakeshore Trail too, if you're not much of a hiker, is it's completely flat. It just goes around the lake. So suitable for everyone. If you're not a great hiker and not used to climbing or don't want to, you can do this and it's stunning. Honestly, one of the prettiest lakes I think I've ever seen.
So after about a kilometre around Lake O'Hara on the Lakeshore Trail, we follow the signpost fork to the trail towards Lake Oessa. The trail starts off a little steep and then goes straight into uphill switchbacks with some absolutely incredible views over Lake O'Hara between the trees.
So very much like at Assiniboine when we went, this would be the perfect place to see a bear. And then a bear appeared. We were just walking through this boulder field and I said, this would be a perfect place to see a marmot. We haven't seen one since we moved to Canada. Big fat fluffy marmot starts running down the hill right in front of us, sunbathes on a rock, and then just goes on his merry way. Isn't he cute? I'm sure Brenna's going to show you him. He was great. His little chins were flapping as he was running down the hill. What a great day.
I'm genuinely surprised at how big he was. Like, I've seen a lot of marmots before, really up close. In Glacier National Park, we were literally 2 feet away from one who was on the trail. But the way, oh, there's a pika!
Oh. Pikas just don't look real to me. They look like pet hamsters that have escaped, or like gerbils or something without the tail.
Oh my god, the way they run is so funny. They're little rabbits. But yeah, that marmot was really, really big and really, really cute. He had a big ginger bum, and he went running down the hill. And I was like, "Is he coming towards us?" He just ran past us and just sunbathed on a rock.
As we climb steadily uphill, we pass a handful of stunning blue lakes and waterfalls on the way, the mountain vistas getting more and more beautiful as we climb. After a short while, we reach one of the most incredible scenes I've ever witnessed at Victoria Lake.
Look how beautiful this lake is. Like, how is this blue colour even real? And look at those mountains behind me and the reflection and the snow on the peaks. Like, look at the colour of this lake. How is this blue even real? This is insane. This is literally one of the most beautiful hikes we've ever been on. And we've been on a lot of beautiful hikes. I'm actually kind of lost for words. This is so beautiful.
Okay, so we've made it to where we were heading today. Lake Owessa. Isn't it beautiful? What's fascinated me most about all these lakes is they're all a different shade of blue. So this one here, real deep, dark blue. One below, like a white, milky blue. One below that, like a diet Gatorade, sugar-free Gatorade blue. And then the one at the bottom, like an in-between of the darkest blue and the lightest blue. Fascinating that they're all a different shade of blue. I don't know if the cameras picked that up, but these beady little eyes have. Absolutely beautiful, and at every single lake we've gone past there's been someone stood there with a little canvas painting. I think it's the cutest little hobby ever. All these people carry up their little paintbrushes and come up here and paint a cute little picture. Is that not adorable? Oh, to be old and retired. So from the campground to here was 4.4 kilometres, so not that far at all. I wouldn't say the elevation was particularly steep. We've definitely gone up, but it wasn't difficult. We did go through a large like boulder field section, but very easy to navigate, and most of the boulders have been kind of like carved out, so it was a real easy trail. And then half of it, a man named, what was his name? Something Grassy. Lawrence Grassy only went and put some steps in 1970 to make everyone's life easier. Same guy as Grassy Lakes. Fun fact for you, in Canmore. Yeah, overall the trail's been really nice. Easy to follow. Haven't had to look at any trail markers. Overall, lovely trail. Beautiful too. Really beautiful. Anyway, we're going to continue along. We're now on the Alpine Trail. We're going to continue on, and there's apparently a nice plateau that Brennan wants to go to called Opabin Plateau is where we're headed next, and there's also another lake. So basically we're going to turn this into like a little circuit, so we haven't got to go back on ourselves. I've seen a lot of old people doing it too, so I'm not too worried. I was a bit scared because the lady on the bus said that you needed to be an experienced hiker. Sometimes I forget that we're experienced hikers. In my head I'm not experienced because I don't use ropes and I can't scramble, but I would say we're pretty good at hiking. You know, we do it quite a lot. But anyway, they're my thoughts.
We're at Owessa Lake now. Now we're going to join on the Alpine circuit and go over to Opabin Viewpoint Plateau. Yeah, it's getting a little chilly though, it's a bit windy. But yeah, 2:30. We've been going for 2 hours so far. It's bloody beautiful. Bloody beautiful.
The main reason I've been scared about the Alpine route is from this sign. They've made the picture look like you're scaling a rock, which has given me the fears that, you know, you need to be a mountaineer, which I may joke about being one, but I'm not actually a mountaineer. And yeah, all the other ones just look like a man with a hiking pole walking on a flat surface. This one, he's going for it. So hopefully this isn't a mistake, or you might see us walking back the way we came.
We're up on this like exposed ledge now that we're on the Alpine circuit, and it's really, really cold and windy. So we've had to stop, put the coats and the fleeces back on. Whew. But the view is nice. Down there, you see that? Beautiful. We're on the Alpine circuit now. We just come up from Lake Owessa. There's a bit of like uphill, downhill, over some rocks. And yeah, it's really cold. So we have to put the coats and fleeces back on. The wind's picked up, the clouds come in. It's a little bit chilly now, so it's only 3 o'clock, but I'm cold already.
So I definitely think I spoke too soon about the trail. After we left Owessa. After we left Owessa Lake, the terrain did get a little bit more treacherous, a lot more boulders, a lot more big drops down. I think if you're going up, it wouldn't be too bad, but going down, ooh, it's a little bit of a killer on the knees. And if you're a bit scared of heights, you might not like it, because I won't lie to you, it wasn't my favourite, but it was over in about 5 minutes, so, you know, I was a big brave girl when I got over it because mostly Brenna would have just left me up there if I didn't, but...
I waited for you, didn't I? Sometimes she's really slow, but I always wait.
I'm really slow. My knee, you might have heard me complain about that before. I got bad knee. I have bad knees. Maybe my bad knee are coming down again. But anyway, it looks like it's evened out now and the trail doesn't look as bad, so let's go for a little wander. I'm excited to make a hot drink when we get back to camp.
We've got Fireball at the camp. Can't wait.
All right, let's get going. My hands are getting cold. Toodaloo. Cheerio. Tutty bye.
What that means.
That's what old people say. Tutty bye.
That's the first little lake we walked past on the trail up to Alessa. Okay, so we're coming up to the Opperbin area, and we've just done the ledge. I think it's called Yuckness Ledge.
We're going to get all these names wrong.
All the names are probably wrong, but it's spelt like Yuckness Ledge. Really kind of exposed in the middle bit, really windy and cold, but like you've got these amazing views over Lake O'Hara and just all the mountains around it. It's absolutely beautiful. And now the trail's kind of got like a bit nicer. It was really rocky for a bit, so we were moving quite slow. But now the trail's like more of a trail, really nice. Like a bit greenery around. And we can see down towards the lakes below the Opperbin bit. And the trail looks lovely. And also we just passed a lady that said there was a grizzly bear down there this morning. So got to keep a lookout for that.
We're walking along Yuckness Ledge, which when I read it, I was a little bit nervous because I'm not a fan of the ledge. But not scary at all. A little bit rocky for one little section. But not that bad, and the ledge, it's quite a wide ledge, you know, you don't feel like you're going to tumble off the edge. Beautiful views, they're absolutely stunning. Lake O'Hara from the top, gorgeous. Now we're going into this bit here that's got like just generic lakes, which sounds boring because they're not blue, but it's quite nice to see a non-blue lake because I've seen so many blue ones, do you know? And there's some larches down there and they're starting to turn, so next week, it'll be larch season. And yeah, as Brenna said, apparently there's a bear down there, so we've got to be careful. We won't miss this one like last time. Not going to bump into a bear again. We're going to be vigilant this time.
Unfortunately, we are a little bit too early for larch season. The larches are turning like a fluorescent green almost, and there's like one or two dotted throughout that have turned yellow, like they're a bit confused and they've gone yellow too early. But I think in about a week or two, the larches will have turned. So we're going to hopefully see some larches before the end of this trip because we've got like 7 or 8 days. So hopefully we'll see some bright orange larches before the end of this trip. But yeah, a couple of weeks time, this whole valley here is going to be full of orange larches, which I'm a little bit jealous about. But you know, you've got to take what you can get with this campsite because there ain't many of them. So I'm just grateful to be here, to be honest. There's these blue and yellow blazes on all the rocks to show you which way to go because it's just like boulder fields instead of a trail. So it's kind of confusing on knowing which way to go. But luckily they've painted like a blue square with yellow lines in it, which kind of signals which way to go on the trail. So it's actually kind of easy to navigate, even though it looks difficult. Okay, so we've just finished being at the Opperbin Prospect viewpoint. It's a little like loop off of the main alpine route. Wow, I know I say that a lot. That was definitely my favorite viewpoint of the day. The sun came out for a brief second. We were taking photos and the sun came out and was like lighting Danielle up on a rock. It looked awesome. But it's really cool. You can see Lake O'Hara, you can see like the little lakes next to it. See all the mountains with the snow on it. Awesome. Only downside, lots and lots of cloud. Like I said, a patch of blue came out and the sun came out for a bit, which was amazing, but they didn't stay out for long. Definitely my favorite viewpoint of the day. Opperbin Prospect. So now we're gonna head back down. We're gonna head down to the lakeshore again. The alpine loop goes up All Souls Prospect, but I don't really fancy it. It's like 4 p.m. It's chilly. We're kind of tired. And that was my favorite view. So I think tomorrow morning we're gonna get up early and probably do MacArthur Lake if it's not raining. But for now, I think we're just gonna get back to camp and warm up a bit because it's really cold. It was so windy on that ledge there, but really beautiful.
We're gonna head back down to camp now. We've both got a little bit chilly, so we're gonna go warm up. We don't want to get too cold, because once you get cold, we just can't seem to warm up. We're gonna have a hot drink, go back to camp, and then there's definitely some more things we want to do. We're hoping to do it tomorrow morning if it's not raining, but the weather forecast isn't looking great, so we'll see. Hopefully MacArthur Lake tomorrow morning, but for now we're gonna head down. I think it's about 4 p.m. It's getting a bit breezy, so we want to be down there toasty and get some warm ramen in our bellies.
Okay, we are back at the lakeshore. We're on the lakeshore trail on the other side of Lake O'Hara this time. We've just come down from the Opabin prospect. It was a little steep. It was a little bit switchbacky, a little bit steep.
The west side.
Yeah, we came down the west side because we passed a group further up who said that there was a bear sighting or something this morning on the east side, so they're recommending everyone took the west side. We just went down the west side and there was like a really fresh bear scat on the trail, so it's definitely a bear in the area. But we're making lots of noise and whatnot. But yeah, the trail was okay. It went through the woods, so it was quite nice. It was a little bit steep, but there were switchbacks, a bit bouldery, but nothing too tough. My belly is rumbling. I'm really excited for my ramen. So we're only a couple kilometers from the camp now. We're just approaching the lodge. Oh, I see the boat dock. What a nice day. What a nice hike. We're on the way back now. I think we've seen the highlights, but it's the lake just here. Look at that. Beautiful. Shame the sun's gone away.
On the way down, we saw a big old bear scat. So there's definitely a bear in the area, and it was definitely fresh. Poor bastard had a bit of a runny bum. So we had bear spray in hand. Was a bit nervous. We're gonna head back to camp. Campground's that way. I want to walk past that boat dock. It looks nice. I'm gonna have my photo taken there. And yeah, let's go and eat some ramen and warm up. I'm gonna have a short fireball as well.
Just had dinner, excuse my Latin. We had ramen, we had some fireball. I would rate my hike today.
Oh yeah.
I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. If the weather was better, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. Well, I don't know. Also, please excuse this hat.
I've been telling us to throw that hat for years.
It's the only warm hat I have. I need a new one.
I feel like we're just chatting a load of old nonsense here, so we're gonna take ourselves off to bed. We're very tired. And we'll see you tomorrow for oatmeal and coffee. See you then.
Good morning from the Lake O'Hara campground in the rain.
Good morning.
So please excuse the way that we look. We've just woken up.
We have literally just woken up.
We've been in this tent for like 12 hours.
As you may be able to hear, it's currently raining, and it rained all night. We did stay warm, so that's a plus. We have made the executive decision that we are just going to pack down all of our worldly possessions and get the heck out of here, because we don't want to get soaking wet. We're not going to go on a hike in the rain. We just don't think it's worth it. Right on cue, here comes the rain again, heavier. It's been kind of like dying down and then getting worse, so there's a bus at 9:30. It's now 8:30. We're just going to pack up. We've been awake since about 6, just hoping it would stop. It hasn't. I don't think it's going to, so we just have to pack down now. So yeah, we'll have to get coffee on the road.
Last night it rained all night, and this morning the plan was to hike up to MacArthur Lake, because yesterday we did the alpine circuit. But we're not doing it in the rain, so the first bus goes at 9:30. It's currently 8:25. We're probably just going to pack down and go, and then head towards Revelstoke. No point sitting around in the rain.
Move on.
Let's get out of here. And again, excuse the way I look. Spent 12 hours at the tent.
So after admitting defeat, it was time to pack up all of our stuff. I always do the beds in the tent because I just enjoy doing it. Brenna packs up the camera bag. We're going to head to the bus stop and get the heck out of here and avoid the rain for the day.
Bye, campsite number 4. So we've packed everything up. I've had to put all my valuables in a dry bag, put the rain cover on, and we've got about 10 minutes to the bus goes, I think. So just in time.
We're at the bus stop, waiting for the bus. Bus goes at 9:30 and it's about 9:15 now, so should be here soon, hopefully. Not that many people here too. We were scared everyone would have the same idea and want to leave. Definitely a few people, but not as many as I thought there'd be.
Goodness gracious me, that is the face of a tired looking lady. I do perk up in a bit, so don't panic. While we're waiting for the bus, I've decided I might as well give you a little camp tour. Here's a few clips we got. So that there is a storage locker. I'm so impressed with this. It's like a big room that you can leave all your camping gear in. So most people can only really get one night at Lake O'Hara because it's so difficult to get. So if you do, the next morning you can wake up, leave all your gear in there and then go hiking, which was our plan before, the miserable rain. The campsite also has this really cute little community fire ring. There's loads of benches behind us too, which is where we had our dinner last night. And there's even free firewood. So all the downed wood, they cut it down and you get to use it for free. You don't have to pay for it or carry it in, which is pretty cool. Toilets were also pretty nice. Indoor, 2 cubicles. They are pit toilets, but there was running water outside to brush your teeth and wash up your pans. Also convenient. And that kind of sums up the camp tour. You saw what the campsite looked like in a couple of clips ago, so, all very secluded, all very nice. Then the bus arrived, perfectly on time, may I add. So you pile all your bags into the back of the bus, and the lovely driver helps you pile them all up. Then you get on the front of the bus. Yesterday we were all given, a little token when we came down, and that's how they know that you actually have, a reservation. So you give the token back to the driver to get back to the parking lot in the morning. The road was a little bit bumpy, but not that bad. These school buses are surprisingly comfortable. That was my first time on a school bus, and I won't lie to you, I kind of enjoyed it. Once we were back in the car park, we were very glad to be back because the rain still hadn't stopped, so we definitely made the right decision. Unloaded our bags from the back of the bus and then headed to our car parking space. There we are. Ta-da! Let's get warm.
Okay, so we've just made it back to the car. We're both absolutely freezing, so we're going to blast the heat. We're going to drive to the town of Field, which I think is about 15-20k away, and there should be service there, and then we're going to figure out what we're doing and probably make some coffee if there's a bench, like homeless ladies.
Have you ever seen someone look so excited for an instant coffee before? Because I don't think I have. I'm watching this back and I'm a little bit embarrassed. I'm cringing a little at the excitement at an instant coffee. But anyway, we got in the car, we cranked the heat, and we drove towards Field. It was probably about 15-20 minute drive, not too far. As soon as you get to the turning for Field, there's a big visitor centre there, so it's got toilets in there, some information, there's rangers in there that give you anything you need to know, maps, whatnot. We made the coffee. That looks pretty good for instant coffee, doesn't it? I was very excited about it. We were hoping the rain would stop so we could stand outside and enjoy it, but it was still raining a lot. The video's not doing it justice. Trust me, it's raining, it's wet, and it's miserable. So we decided to get back in the car and warm up in there and drink it.
It smells strong.
Okay, good proper morning this time because I feel like the last couple of hours were a bit rushed, a bit wet, a bit cold. Not quite what I had in mind. So, good morning.
Good morning again, yes.
From the Field Visitor Centre. I stood on a bench in the rain and I made some coffee. We only have one camping mug, so Danielle's drinking out the pot. So we don't really know what we're going to do today, but the forecast is rain all day. But then from tomorrow it's sunny for 4 days. So we think we're going to drive to Revelstoke and stay in a hotel, but it's about $200 a night, which is kind of pricey. Not super pricey considering it's a Saturday night in a tourist town, but still kind of pricey. Because if we camp, our tent's already wet. And we don't want to get everything wet because it's going to take ages to dry out. So, and also camping in the rain just isn't fun.
Yeah. We've got a small kit and I want to use it. Can't do that in the rain. So yeah, we reckon stay in a hotel, dry everything out tonight, and then camp for the next few nights once everything's dry and the weather's better. Because we've got our chairs, we've got it all. We've loaded the car up with all our crap, so...
I love camping.
Yeah, we want to actually make the most of it. We haven't properly camped since we were in America either. We've only done backcountry camping, so... It'll be nice to do luxurious camping with fire and stuff.
S'mores.
Okay, so it's time to look at some nice clips of the rain. Ooh, look, misty clouds, dripping rain. Yeah, basically the weather still isn't very nice, but don't worry, it's going to be soon. I promise. So we leave the town of Field and we get back on the Highway 1. This is the easiest road trip I've ever been on. It's literally the Highway 1 the whole way. No turning off, can't get lost, it's great. As you can see, the weather still didn't cheer up. We arrived in Golden, and we still haven't eaten, and we're absolutely starving. It's now probably lunchtime. I can't remember the exact time. I'm going to say it's 12 o'clock. Definitely got a meal, not a breakfast, so, after 10:30. I got a quarter pounder with cheese. Brenna got a Big Mac, and they were the hottest fries I've ever eaten in my life. This is me posing with my McDonald's. Apparently, I was excited about it. Almost as excited as that coffee this morning. Carried on driving, and we arrived in the wonderful Mount Revelstoke.
Okay, so we were driving down the highway. We've just come into Revelstoke Mountain National Park, I saw a sign that said giant cedar and boardwalk. Or was it cedar something and boardwalk? I don't even remember what it said, but I saw the word cedar, I saw the word boardwalk, I pulled in. Me and my glasses are ready apparently. So let's go. It's quite popular. Got one of the last spaces. Hoping it's easy. Let's go.
We have no idea how long this hike is, but I see lots of families doing it, so I think it's very, very easy. I'm going to read the sign first, I think, but yeah, just a little stop. I need a wee as well, so it's perfect timing.
Stretch our little legs.
Yeah, good idea to stretch the legs, you know. Been in the car for a couple of hours,
You don't
but
want
it's...
bombosis.
Ignore her, again. But look, the sun has come out. That is actual blue sky above me, which is novel for today. So we are, the Columbia Mountains.
Turns out we're in the Columbia Mountains, we had no idea.
Thought we were in the Canadian Rockies.
So did I. Oh, well, the sign wouldn't lie.
Yeah, you're right, wouldn't it? It's a bit old. Impressive tree straight off the bat.
This is the face of an impressed girl.
Wow's my word, you can't steal it, get your own.
This is so cool. You know how I feel about big trees? Insert photo of me stood by big trees.
Smells like pine forest.
This is so nice. I wasn't expecting to see something like this here. I'm not disappointed with the stop. I think it's great.
If anyone was wondering, I am still wearing my bed clothes. I did not get changed this morning, I was too cold and I'm still wearing them, so I'm feeling absolutely disgusting. But check-in's not until 4, and it's currently 1:20 and we're about half an hour away, so, you know, needs must. If I got to walk around the forest in my pyjamas, I will.
I officially think I'm an old woman. I actually enjoy reading the plaques now. Normally I'm just like, Now I'm there going, oh, Devil's Club, that's interesting. Oh, there's loads of bulletin boards up there. It's reindeers. Reindeers.
This has become an accidental lesson in how to keep an old woman happy. So if you've got an old woman you need to entertain at any point, bring her here.
I want my photos to be there. Unfortunately, we have to turn back on ourselves as the trail is closed. A little bit gutted, but you know, it is what it is. Apparently the boardwalk isn't safe. There was a bad winter about 3 years ago, so now it's closed.
Unfortunately it was closed. Half of it was closed anyway. So it was a little bit of a short stop, but Danielle's happy. She's seen some big trees. The sun's come out. So it was a good stop. Overall I'd say it was a good 15-20 minute stop. It's giving me vibes of like Olympic National Park, except we went there last summer and it was like the driest summer ever, so it didn't feel wet and dank like it should. So this is like what it should have felt like, you know, with all the ferns and the moss and the wet. But yeah, good little stop, definitely worth a stop. Danielle thoroughly enjoyed herself, so bring your kids, bring your old people. Nice little stop. Also, I just went to the toilet and I just read the plaques.
Yeah.
Them trees are 500 years old.
500 years?
500 years.
You serious?
Like 550, yeah. They were seedlings 550 years ago.
Wow.
I thought that was impressive. Also, I just saw the biggest mushroom I've ever seen. You can see it from the car, it's right there.
Oh, there.
Biggest mushroom I've ever seen in my life.
Show me the clip right away.
I'll show you.
I need
Alright,
a live reaction.
Alright, go on then.
I can't see it from here. I should just get out instead of being a lazy bitch, but...
Where is it? I don't know if it does it justice. Look at that. That's the tree next to it.
Are you sure that's a mushroom, not a bin bag?
It's not a bin bag. It's a mushroom. You can see it from here. Look.
Wow.
Biggest mushroom. Bigger than all of the mushrooms yesterday.
Alright, that wins. Alright, that wins. So we just left the Cedar Boardwalk, and then I've just seen a sign for Skunk Cabbage Boardwalk. And it's safe to say, apparently I'm in my boardwalk era. We're pulling in now.
What's a skunk cabbage?
I don't know, we're about to find out, sweetheart.
I have 2 questions for this stop. What's a skunk cabbage? And will it rain?
I won't keep you in suspense for too long. I'll tell you what a skunk cabbage is. It's just this giant plant, really, with big leaves. That's it. Ta-da! And it did indeed start raining. The boardwalk was pretty rubbish, I won't lie to you. It was a bit like the last one, closed because I think there was a bad storm, so I wouldn't recommend that stop. It was also not skunk cabbage season. So we carried on driving and we arrived in Revelstoke.
We got into Revelstoke and we can't check into our hotel until 4, it's only 2:30. So I said to Brenna, Google breweries, because if you know us, you know we enjoy having a beer and local beer. We found this one, what's it called, Bren?
Mount Begbie.
Mount Begbie. We had one of them beers when we were on our recent backpacking hike and we're like, oh yeah, let's go check that out. It's taken us down a dirt road onto what looks like abandoned farmland to this brand new shiny building. There's a little sign that says open. It's not looking promising, but we're here now, so we're going to go in. I think it's going to be really good, but first impressions are...
It looks like an office block in a farm.
We have come here at 2:30, but it is a Saturday.
Yeah. This is the beer that we had when we were sat at the Assiniboine Lodge. We got little cans of beer that were really, really overpriced, but delicious. And we sat and looked at the Assiniboine Magog Lake view. I'll insert a few clips. But yeah, so that's why we came here, because it was nice and it rang a bell. And it's open, apparently.
And we have some time to kill, so...
Oh yeah, that's the main reason. We got a lot of time to kill.
Let's go.
I've just got a regular old beer.
Okay, so we just left that brewery. First impressions when we got there, we were a little bit worried because we didn't think anyone was going to be in there. But it turned out it was actually really busy. It was also really new, really nice. The beer was great. The service was fantastic. The prices were reasonable. And we didn't try the food, but I saw a few things come out and I wanted to eat there. So all round, it's a little bit out of town, but I definitely recommend it.
Are you sponsored?
I'm not sponsored. They didn't give me anything for free. I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I tried 4 of the different beers, well 5 including Brenner's, and they were all honestly really, really good.
It's now 3:35 and we can't check into our hotel until 4, but we have driven into the town and I guess, I don't really know what we're going to do. It's raining, so we can't really do anything until we check in. I really need to get out of these clothes and have a shower because we, you know, backcountry camped yesterday, so I'm in desperate need of a shower. So that's my main concern, is getting a shower, getting changed. So I guess we'll just try and check in early. We've got 25 minutes till we can check in. I don't know, let's go find out, I guess. This place boasts low rates. That's why we're here.
$200 a night, not that cheap. Looks run down.
They did indeed let us check in early, which was extremely nice of them, and the place doesn't look that run down. I don't know what I was thinking. Apparently I must have been hangry or feeling sassy that day.
I spy on my beady eye. Big old bug. We haven't even got in the room. We could spy a big bug in the window from here. That's inside the window. God. How much does this cost again?
I mean, at least I wasn't feeling quite as sassy as Brenna because, I mean, she's seeming the sassiest out of the 2 of us. I think we both must be hungry. So as we got in, I rescued that little bug because, you know, poor little thing. He probably didn't want to be in there either. We put him outside. You can call me Dr. Dolittle. That was me being quite brave, I'd say. At least it wasn't a spider. Though he does have quite a lot of legs, so I'd say I'm brave.
Let's just say this place ain't the Ritz. There is a big bug on the blind, and the blind... Once I zoomed into the bug, I saw how dirty the blind was, which was a little disconcerting, but we just won't touch the blind.
It gets worse, Brenna. Have you seen the thinness of the pillow?
That's the saddest pillow. Why are half of them yellow and half of them are white? It stinks in here. Okay, so we both showered, we both got changed out of our smelly camping clothes, and now we're going to go into the town. I think we're like a 5-minute walk from the town, so we're just going to go walk into town. Probably going to eat something, probably going to drink something. I'm not really sure what the plan is, but we're just going to wander around, have a look, see a little bit before it starts raining again. We'll probably properly explore tomorrow, but for now we're just going to have a little look around.
We're ready to get out of here. We're squeaky clean now. We're ready to go outside. Doesn't look like it's going to rain. Definitely going to bring my raincoat though, just in case. Plan is to go and find somewhere to have a drink.
Probably some food, just go and have a little nosy around. We don't know what this town has to offer, so let's go find out. So while I was Googling, there's a place called the Village Idiot, and I'm just letting you know that that's probably where we're going to end up. And I'm going to tell you if it was worth it or not. It's got really good reviews and it looks really fun.
Are you glad you brought your coat with you?
I am, yeah. It's only bloody started raining and only been out about 2 minutes. Anyway, so far impressions of this town, I like it. Should I move here?
Should I move it?
So we took the short walk from our hotel down into the downtown. It probably only took about 5 minutes, so location of the hotel, pretty convenient. I'm saying hotel, I'm going to change that. Motel. That wasn't a hotel, was it? That was a motel. Who am I kidding? Anyway, as you can see, the town was really cute. It's only a few blocks really, but lovely. Enjoyed that statue there. I believe her name was Fanny. She was a skier in the olden days. Anyway, we arrived at the Village Idiot. There was actually a bit of a queue to get in when we first got here, and we walked past, and then we came back and we were like, they're going, because it's going to get busy. We went in, instantly loved the decor. Anything that has skis and snowboards made into chairs, they're winning at life. We looked at the menu. We liked what we saw. I won't lie, I'd already looked at the menu before we came, because that's why we came here. I'm that person that knows what they're getting before they even arrive in a place. Didn't know what I was going to drink, though, and did end up with a nice beer. Look at them bar stools, aren't they cool? Little old ski signs for old ski lifts and whatnot. All round, great place, great vibe. We decided to order a really, really big pizza and just share it because, you know, that worked out most cost effective, to be honest with you. So after devouring that absolutely ginormous, delicious pizza, we decided to head out into the town and see if we could find somewhere else to go. I did a bit of Googling, and apparently there's a place called The Last Drop that's apparently really good and really busy. I think we were there a little bit too early because we were the only people in there. That didn't deter us, though. There was a band setting up, and we sat and had a few beers. We had one too many beers, let's just say that. We found a pool table, and we played that. We were too embarrassed to show you the footage, so here's what the end of the night looked like.
So we went into The Last Drop.
After one too many beverages last night, it's safe to say we both slept extremely well in the cheapest motel bed in town. However, we did wake up with slightly sore heads, but nothing a cheap motel drip coffee couldn't fix, and a cold slice of leftover pizza from the night before. The weather was looking a little overcast in the morning and was due to brighten up in the afternoon, so we didn't feel too bad about the 4 extra beers we drank the night before. We are on vacation after all. Good morning from Revelstoke. We woke up in our lovely, not so lovely hotel room. High quality. Did cost a lot though, but anyway. Today we're going to spend the day in and around Revelstoke. The plan is to go up to the Meadows in the Sky Parkway. We're going to Jade Pass, Eva Lake, and some other lake, Miller Lake. We're going to go to see a load of old lakes. We'll probably go and stop and get some food too because it's us, and then we'll be on our merry way. So let's just get the hell out of this motel room and get the day going, shall we?
Also, we found a real good deal for a glamping hut today, so stay tuned for that. I've never stayed in a glamping hut. I've stayed in a few yurts in Mongolia, but other than that, I've never been glamping, and we're staying in one of them like dome things. It was a real good bug and we couldn't say no. I'm really excited, so.
You can see the stars.
Apparently.
It's got like a glass top.
There's a hot tub, not private, but there's a hot tub. There's a fire. I don't want to talk too much about it. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but.
She's already spoiled it.
It looks nice. Okay, so we had to go get some breakfast, and there's this place around the corner called Le Baguette from where we are. We're literally sat in our car at the motel right now. It's like a 5-minute walk away. It has put us about half an hour behind schedule, but I think it's going to be worth it because we've got 2 bagels, and they're like super hot, super fresh. I can smell them from here. They look delicious. Well, I haven't actually seen them yet, but they smell delicious. We also got a sticky honey pecan bun. Oh my goodness. I saw it at the counter and I was like, oh, that looks so good. So Danielle ordered one. She's the best. Yeah, we're gonna eat our bagels and finally hit the road.
I'm excited about this. Oh my god.
Oh, mine's got pickled onions in it.
That's a fresh bagel.
Oh, that's good. Oh yeah.
Honestly though, look how good them bagels look. Don't they look fantastic? Also, please do enjoy this clip of mayonnaise on my face.
Oh yeah, that's quite a lot on my face.
After devouring our bagels in record speed, we went to the local supermarket to buy a gallon of water to prepare ourselves for the long hike ahead of us. Then we began the beautiful scenic drive up to the Meadows in the Sky Parkway. This is a 26-kilometre road that covers just under 1,400 metres of elevation gain, from the town of Revelstoke up to the summit parking lot. This road is considered to be narrow and winding the whole way, but to be honest, we found it totally fine, but we are used to the English countryside. This road is also part of Mount Revelstoke National Park, so you do need to pay for a park pass at the barrier. This honestly was a beautiful and scenic 30-minute drive.
Let's go. Okay, we are at the summit parking, which is the top of the Meadows in the Sky Parkway. I've just come out with my Crocs on. I should probably put some hiking shoes on, so we're heading back to the car. Danielle reckons I could have done it in Crocs. I laughed and said, don't be ridiculous. Alright, take two. I finally got my hiking shoes on. I'm not wearing Crocs this time. We're at the summit parking lot at the top of Meadows in the Sky Parkway. Parking lot was full, so we had to park on the road, but we found space really easy. As long as you can parallel park. Danielle can, luckily.
I can. As you can see probably from behind me, it's already stunning. It's very green, very nice. It looks really warm, but it's actually quite chilly with the breeze, so I'm glad I've got my fleece on. Brenda's taking some pictures of the sides behind me. Yeah, the drive up was nice. Took about 40 minutes. There was a bit of a wait to get in to the park because of the ticket barrier. Not everyone had national park passes, which was kind of funny because in Banff everyone has them, so you just drive straight through. It was a nice drive, a little bit windy. It may feel a little bit sick if you get car sick, you know, when you're on them bendy roads, it makes you feel a bit woozy. But yeah, I'm excited to go and see what it looks like and get out. I've got loads of beans today after eating that bagel. I just want to get walking and burn some of this excess energy off, so let's go and see what it looks like.
Important thing to mention, the honey sticky pecan bun thing is in my bag. Gonna eat that with a view.
As you can see, the trail is super well signposted and really easy to navigate. There's plenty of bulletin boards and maps that show you where to go, and there's even park rangers up there to give you a point in direction if you're a bit confused. There was also some warnings about bears, and we did bump into a bear 5 minutes on the trail, so always be vigilant and always carry your bear spray.
Okay, so we were about half a kilometre into the hike, and a couple in front of us stopped and they were like, bear, bear! And there was a big old fat black bear in the bushes eating berries. So far the trail's just been like through meadows and through forest. It's like alternating, and there's still quite a lot of cloud around, but like the views are kind of peeping through. I think we've already done about 3 kilometres, so in a couple of kilometres I think it will open up where the lakes are and look real nice. But yeah, a lovely little trail so far.
That hill's taken it out of me. I need that sticky bun. I need that sticky bun now.
The trail was super easy to navigate, and it only took us about 1 hour and 45 minutes from the car park to get up to Ava Lake.
It's absolutely stunning up here, by the way. Brenna reckons it's anticlimactic, but I think it's even better.
I don't mean it's anticlimactic like it's not good. I just mean the problem is we went to Lake O'Hara on day 1 of this trip, and I said when we were there that we were being spoilt and that everything else is going to just pale in comparison. It's really beautiful. It really is beautiful. I think, I don't know, it's just not Lake O'Hara. I'm just really spoiled.
For the gram. I'm glad to be here though. It did feel like the world's most longest walk. That's probably my own fault because I thought it was a 3 kilometre walk. It turned out it's like a 15 kilometre round trip, so that's my own stupid fault for not doing my own research and just thinking it was a 3k walk. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'll eat my bun, alright? See you soon.
Arguably the most exciting thing about getting here means we get to eat our sticky bun. Oh, there it is.
But you've got to have the first bite because it's your birthday. Bun. There we go.
Oh my god. That's the most delicious thing I've ever eaten.
Ever.
It's so good. Oh my god, it gets better. This is great. Wow. Alright, fine, have a bite.
like a cinnamon roll. Pastry's good, man.
Alright, we've eaten our sticky bun. We've sat and admired the lake a little bit. I'm just going to quickly walk down to the lake and take some little shots of the reflection because it looks lovely. Then we're going to head back because I am excited to check into our glamping hut.
So now that we've eaten our bun and we've admired the view a while, we're going to head back down again. Hoping it won't take 2 hours, but it's probably going to take 2 hours. That's the downside about hiking up here. You know, once you've seen it and you're like, right, I'm ready to be done now. Oh no, wait, I have to hike for 2 hours to get back to the car. Oh well. I'm not sure if Brenna's mentioned, but we're staying in a dome. So we're excited about that.
I haven't actually mentioned that yet.
We're gonna toast some marshmallows and maybe have hot dogs for dinner or something campy, you know. I'm excited. We've decided we're not going to go to Miller Lake because time's got away from us and we've got a dome to get to and it's 2 hours to get back down from here, so we're just going to not bother going. It's probably beautiful and we're probably going to regret it when I Google it when I get home, but it is what it is. We've made the decision, so we're just going to head down now. So lucky for you, we're just going to snap our fingers and be at the car, but we have a 2 hour walk ahead of us, so I'll see you at the car, alright? I've got that bun to fuel us down the hill, so that's good news. Alright, I better give this back to Brenna because if I trip and drop it, she will tell me off. So we actually changed our minds and decided to come to Miller Lake. We decided we were being lazy and, you know, we'd have FOMO. So we're glad we came. This one's actually better than the last one, so. Okay, now we're actually going to rush back to the car because, you know, we've got that dome reservation.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we've got dome reservations, we are.
We're just walking back the roadway because the trail is actually closed because there was a bear. The bear we saw earlier has
closed the trail.
He's closed the trail. We are back at the car. We've arrived. It's 5 p.m. That was a total of about 16 kilometers. Oh, can you see me? So yeah, the total was actually 16 kilometers in the end. I thought it was 12 kilometers. I don't know if that's my bad because I didn't do enough research or if that's All Trails is bad because I'm pretty sure All Trails said 12, but I'm going to double check that. But we're back at the car, it's 5 p.m. Let's go to our dome.
We're so excited. They've given us the little login for the dome and the name of our dome. We're in Mackenzie Dome.
Ooh.
I would rate that hike as very good. I really enjoyed that. Definitely not the easiest, but only because of the length of it. It's quite a long hike. It took us 5 hours in the end. We did do a couple detours, but
4.5.
4.5 hours. We did a few detours, but if you're up for a good day of hiking and you're prepared, I definitely recommend it. The lakes were stunning, the fire lookout was gorgeous. And now we're really excited to go and see our dome.
After finishing that slightly longer than anticipated hike, it's safe to say that we were both ravenous, so we wasted no time and headed straight back to the supermarket to buy some supplies for dinner. Once the goods were secured, we headed to check into our fancy dome. It was easy to find and exactly what we expected. $189 well spent, I'd say. Crazy to think that this place cost us less than the musty old motel last night. As you can see, first impressions were, wow, look at that bed. Anyway, Brenna is super excited to give you a room tour, so I'll pass you over to her.
Come in, come in. Come in, come in. Let me close the door, it's chilly out. Okay, there's not really much of a tour to do, but I'm going to take you around anyway. Is there a light in there? Oh, Jesus. We have a toilet, equipped with toilet paper. We do not have a shower, it's a half bathroom. I don't know what that means, I think that just means a toilet and a sink apparently. I've never heard that before. Hairdryer, spare toilet paper. Come around here with me. The piece de resistance. We have the dining area. Equipped with glasses because we didn't bring any wine glasses, so that's good. And even forks. We can eat our wieners with a fork. 2 chairs, that's good. There's 2 of us. Comfy bed. And then the outside space through this frosted window.
Ugh, stinks. It smells like pure sulphur.
It actually does.
That egg smells actually quite repulsive. I'm starting to regret my decision to stay in the dome. Don't even get me started about the parking space. It took me 15 minutes to park out there. That egg smell ain't a joke.
No, it's rotten, isn't it?
So this is Danielle's kitchen. I don't have any plates, so bear with me. I did bring this from home and this and a knife. So I've cut onion, ready for the hot dogs. I've made cucumber sticks because we're going to have baba ganoush. And we also have crispers. If you don't know about crispers, you need to get to know they're fucking delicious. We've got ketchup flavour. So that's like our little appetizer slash snack. We've also got a s'more kit for s'mores, which is exciting. We've got chicken wieners, because we only like the chicken ones. And we've got some fancy little bread rolls. I'm probably going to have about 3 of them, I'm starving. We're going to cook the wieners on cocktail sticks on the fire, because I think it'll be fun. If that doesn't go to plan, we have the gas stove and a frying pan, so I'm just going to cook them in there. But we're going to see. It might be an absolute disaster me trying to get this fire started, because the kindling I have is this paper bag that I just purchased from the supermarket.
And the skewer.
Oh, actually, yeah, these skewers might come in handy. Well, let's just go out there and find out, shall we?
As you can see, lighting the fire actually went very well. The bundle of wood I bought actually had some like starter stuff in it, so I didn't have to be really good at it. So once we got the fire started, we sat and we enjoyed it for a while. Look at me, don't I look like a professional? I feel like a professional watching this back. I'm a little bit jealous, I want to be doing it now. So yeah, we were starving, so we ate the little snacky bits that I'd prepared, and then I turned into like an obsessed person with the fire and can't stop poking it. Brenna did the onions in the frying pan, and then we did our wieners. They took absolutely ages to get warm, so we ate them. As you can see, it looks a bit dry. I'm not really sure why I didn't put any sauce on that. So then we chucked the whole pack in a frying pan.
Wieners on the fire was taking too long, so we've just put the whole pack in a pan with some water, and we're just boiling them up.
And yes, we ate the whole pack. Don't judge. Also, in a minute, you're going to see me with an extremely large bottle of wine. I want no judgment from that either. Yes, we drank that very big bottle of wine. And to be honest with you, it was a great evening. The only downside, I think, was the fact that the s'more chocolate didn't really melt that well. Other than that, look at that. Marshmallows, a fire, and wieners. Could you ask for a better end to an evening? Look how snuggly we look. Bye.
Good morning from Revelstoke. This morning we woke up in our little dome that's right behind me. We checked into it last night and sat by this fire pit and had s'mores and wieners and did the whole camping, glamping shebang. This morning we are checking out of here and we are driving down to Kelowna, where we're gonna drink a load of wine, we're gonna see the lakes, we're gonna go to a kangaroo farm. I'm excited, but first, I hate to say it, but first coffee, because unfortunately we're a cliche. We need our coffee first. So I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna light up the stove, and I'm gonna make an instant coffee, and I'm gonna sit and enjoy this view. It's gonna be great.
Exciting news for today. We're heading to Kelowna. It's about a 2.5 hour drive. First, we're probably going to end up back at La Baguette because Brenna really wants a baguette. And I really want to try another one of their pastries. It was so damn good yesterday. You may remember the sticky bun.
Oh my God.
So let's have some coffee, wake up, and then get on with the day. So while we're waiting for the kettle to boil, I thought I'd tell you about my morning. Not very exciting. I went and had a shower in the communal shower hall. I hope this is clean. Someone else's butt crack's been in it. I'm fully clothed under here, so if someone else's butt crack has been in it, it's fine. I need to go to the shower room and it's across the way. Right, anyway, bye. It's just a gorgeous morning. I woke up at 6. I don't know why. I literally have turned into an old woman now. Sun comes up, I'm up. I don't know. I'm old. Anyway, open the little curtains, drapes, whatever you want to call them. The view is absolutely stunning. It's been like cloudy for the last few days, or like at least some cloud. Not cloud in the sky today. Beautiful. Everything's really crisp too, where it's rained loads. I'm just feeling really grateful, you know. I'm having one of them moments where I just want to sit and go.
She's having one of them moments where she wants to just sit and go, and I'm shoving a camera in her face like, tell me about your morning.
And we're going to Kelowna today and I get to drink wine, so.
So we don't really have a plan for this morning, but so far the plan is we're going to drink our coffee and then I'm definitely going back to La Baguette because we kind of stumbled across it yesterday. Our motel was next door and we ended up getting breakfast bagels.
That's a fresh bagel.
And we also bought a sticky bun, which we ate at Ava Lake and I claimed it was the most delicious thing I've ever eaten. That's the most delicious thing I've ever eaten. It definitely was delicious. Maybe not the most delicious thing ever. Basically, we're going back, okay? We're going back. I want some bread this time, and I'm probably going to get another pastry. So far, that's our plan for the morning, is drink these coffees and go to La Baguette. I mean, when I tell you that sticky bun was good, I mean that sticky bun was good.
Chilly, isn't it? A bit bit chilly. Okay, so we're in the car, we're all loaded up, and we are now going to La Baguette. Not sure if we're gonna eat there, just buy a baguette. Probably gonna end up eating there, probably gonna get a baguette, probably gonna get a cake, probably gonna get a coffee, probably gonna spend all my money on baguettes. Only time will tell. We'll be there in about 10 minutes, let's go find out.
They don't slice the bread before 12 though. We're going to be there at like 10.
You don't need your baguette sliced.
All right. Oh yeah, it's a baguette. Nothing. Bye, glamping space. We're about 5 minutes away from Revelstoke town, which is where the baguette place is. So we're just driving along the highway. We'll be there in about 5 minutes. Also, I should probably mention that was our first ever time glamping. We've never stayed in one of them domes or anything before. The closest thing we've ever stayed in was a yurt, but that was in Mongolia, so it was more basic than like tent camping. So this was our first time glamping, so that was fun.
After the very short drive from the glamping hut, we arrived here at La Baguette. And to be honest with you, without any hesitation, we looked at the patio and said we're eating breakfast here. So we went in, picked up a menu, and we both decided on some breakfast sandwiches. I'll give you a little bit more information about that in a minute. As you can see, we picked a lovely sunny spot in the patio and had some coffees.
Oh, that's really nice coffee.
Excuse the hat, we've decided to sit in the sun because it's cold and I've had to put the hat on. I can confirm that's good. Also, it was only $3.25 for a small Americano. That's very reasonably priced in my opinion. And it's good. And Danielle likes the cups, she says thank you.
They are. I ordered Ollie's all day breakfast. I think it's got a couple of eggs, some sausages, some jalapenos perhaps.
I don't know why I'm eating like such an animal. I'm making myself feel sick. Also, if you were here yesterday, the same blob of mayonnaise ended up on my face from the bagel from here.
I got the Chipotle turkey club sandwich. I think it was like $12 or $13. It was with an orange wedge. Not sure about that. Oh, that looks good. It's not really a breakfast sandwich, but it's lunchtime. I love it. That's already? Oh, that's really good. The sauce is good, the bread is good, the cream, bacon. Oh man. That's good.
Sorry about all the blur in there, but let me just tell you, I don't think you wanted to have to see what I had to see inside Brenna's mouth there. It was a little bit much. Not sure why we've turned into animals. I promise we don't normally eat like that, I don't think. Maybe I'm learning something about us. Anyway, we haven't forgot about the baguette that we're going to buy and the sweet treat, so we're going to head in soon.
How was it?
So messy, but so delicious.
And you can see what we pick up. There was so many options, and I wanted it all because I'm a greedy gal. Also, remember to tidy up your mess.
Are you going to get any pastries?
Yes.
Do you know what one?
Yes, blueberry matcha bun or something.
Blueberry matcha brioche. That's the one for me. I was eyeing up a particular baguette and we got it. I'm very happy. It was the best of the bunch. Whoa, look at that! Oh,
I believe it's a sourdough baguette.
is it?
Yeah. Sounds crunchy.
Got a good crust, but real gooey in the middle.
Alright, that's another 50 seconds of you eating. We're going to head towards Kelowna now. It's down the one again. We still haven't left the one. We live on the one all the way in Canmore. This is the fun thing about this road trip. It's just one road. We're just going to see what we see. And if I see a road sign that looks cool, we're just going to pull in.
Yeah. We're going to start driving. It's 2.5 hours to Kelowna, but we're probably going to stop at a few cool places on the way. So,
Let's go.
let's go.
Now that our bellies are absolutely stuffed with bread and deliciousness, it was time to get in the car and go to our next destination. Unfortunately, the worst part about road trips is having to keep buying gas, so here we are at the gas station. Please do excuse my hair, not really sure what's going on there. We filled up the tank and then we got on our merry little way. As you can see, the drive was absolutely beautiful and Brenna was feeling very chit-chatty. We admired the lakes as we drove along and then we saw some signs for a provincial park, so we pulled in.
Okay, so we were driving down the road and we came off the one and went on the 97A, and then we came across this beautiful lake that we've been following for a while. Then we saw a sign that said Moraine Lake Provincial Park, and it said there was picnic benches, toilets and a beach. So of course we had to stop. Hardly anyone here. Very peaceful. Very nice. Water's very clear. There's even little fishies in there. Yeah, it's really nice.
After admiring the beautiful water for about half an hour and watching all the people floating around and feeling a bit jealous that we weren't floating around, we decided to get back in the car because, you know, we've got places to be. Brenna indulged in that bun a little bit earlier than expected, but, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Can't blame her, the smell was really good. And then we stopped off at our next fun stop of the day.
So we were driving along the highway and there was all these signs to this place called the Log Barn. It said you could touch a goat's kids. It said you could have a banana milkshake. It said they sold jerky. It said they sold ice cream. And then we drove past it and I saw it and I was like, I need to see what this is all about. We've now arrived and everyone seems to have children who's here. So I feel like the oldest weirdo here, but I did just see a really cute old couple go in. So now I'm feeling brave enough to go inside, so...
There's another old couple there, look.
Oh, fantastic. Even more old people. Right, let's get ready. Let's go in. You're not coming because I can't go through the shame of someone being like, you can't film in here. This is my old barn. So let's go. They do fruit pies.
Are we getting one?
Maybe. Let's go see. Let's go see what the offerings are.
So this turned out to be actually a really fun stop.
Are those for me?
We were here for about half an hour, we moseyed around, we had our photos taken. We were basically big kids for 30 minutes. We admired the store. To be honest with you, all the produce looked a little like it had been there a while, so we didn't buy anything. But as you can see, we had lots of fun photo opportunities.
Any bites, be careful.
Is that what it said? Yeah. Which one are you bites?
All of the signs on the highway seemed to be fairly accurate, apart from the fact that the goats had kids. We were kind of upset that there were no baby goats, but it was still fun. There was a big bridge they walked over too, so that was nice. This was definitely our favourite part of the stop, petting all the animals, stroking that nice looking horse. What a delightful little stop. I would recommend.
Okay, well that was an interesting stop. There was a lot of different animals, goats and stuff. It was a bit strange.
To stretch your legs is nice. I'd probably get the ice cream. And there was some animals and you could buy some feed, but I didn't have any quarters, so that's a bit sad.
There was a lot of photo opportunities. Some of them quite funny, some of them not as much. It reminded me, we went to this place in South Dakota. It's called like Drug Mart or Drugstore. Or,
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact name of it. I'll put it in here somewhere. But it reminded me of that, but like a budget version. It was okay. There was some animals. It was a bit sad. Wool Drug, that was it. Wool Drug.
Now, the best part of the day, it was my turn to try the new bun. If you were here from yesterday, we had a honey sticky bun, and today we have a blueberry matcha sticky bun. And also, if you're wondering, I actually preferred yesterday's bun over this bun because there wasn't enough matcha in this bun for my liking.
Danielle just turned to me and was like, can you rip me a bit of that baguette off, please? So I'm going to rip her a bit of baguette off while she's driving.
So we just left the town of Vernon. We came up over a hill and then came down, and we've just come across this lake. I thought these blue lakes were only in the mountains. I didn't realise they were like this everywhere. It's like Gatorade blue. It's bloody beautiful. And this road's following it and it's huge. We're just mind blown. Doesn't look real.
As you can see, the drive was absolutely spectacular. Once we got into Kelowna, we needed to head to the grocery store to buy some delicious bits and bobs because we're heading to, dare I say, a fine quality place. No, I'm joking, it's us. We're staying in the cheapest place in town, so here we are in Walmart. I can't remember what we bought, but we'll look in my basket and see. It looks like we bought some plates. That's an interesting choice. I don't know what else. And here we are at the cheapest place in town. Ooh, fancy.
Okay, so we have finally arrived here in Kelowna. It was a few hours to get here. Let me pattern down the hatches. The plan for this evening is to get changed. Then we're going to get an Uber to downtown. There's loads of cool breweries around here, and obviously there's a wine tasting. We're going to save the wine tasting for tomorrow. Tonight the plan is to go and get a lay of the land, go down to the old town, go and look at the lake, go and try some of the breweries, hopefully find a happy hour because you know who doesn't love a bargain, and then have like a kind of more chill evening, and then tomorrow we're going to do everything. Tomorrow's going to be a jam-packed day. It's actually Brenna's birthday tomorrow too, so we're going to squeeze as much in as we can and have as much fun as we can. So we're going to get ready, get an Uber, go to downtown, drink beer. See you when I've got a beer in my hand. We are at Vice and Virtue. They've got a happy hour. Let's go get a bit. So we went for small beers because we're going to have quite a few today. You know, smaller than more. These are only $4.50 each for 10 ounce. Now we're going to the Redbird, and it's across the street. The taxi man said it was a very popular joint. We drove past it and it looked heaving, so we're going in. I don't think we have a happy hour, but their beers are only $9 for 20 ounce.
Cool.
So let's go. IPA. It's called Anticipation, and Brenna got Tropical, which is a fruit wheat ale. It's a Monday, and there's no happy hour. Look around. A Monday. That place was heaving. It was a Monday. There was no happy hour, and it's just a really nice vibe there. The music was a good level. Loads of people in there. It wasn't like really young or really old. I feel like it was like our vibe. Everyone was like late 20s or like older, but not like decrepit old, you know? It was really nice. I would definitely recommend it. It's in a weird industrial estate area, but I mean, apparently everyone knows about it, so I definitely recommend.
So we are heading to BNA now, which has a happy hour. The only reason we went to Redbird though is because the taxi driver said it was really good, and they put it out as we drove past, and it actually did look really good. I'm busy. Yeah, really, really busy though. Like Danielle said, it was a Monday, and it was like a line out the door, and the whole outside was full, like completely full, which is crazy. So, yeah, I think it's like an 8-minute walk or something to BNA, which the taxi driver also recommended. But that has a happy hour, so we're going now. They have a happy hour till 7. It's 6 right now.
We did Google loads and loads of stuff before we left the house, so we had a bit of an idea on where to go. But our Uber driver was great, and he gave us loads of suggestions too. He was like, do you want some suggestions? And we were like, yes.
So the first 2 breweries we went to were really modern and cool and, you know, new, I guess. And then this one was kind of interesting. The inside gave like, you know, when you go into a charity shop or a thrift store or like the attic and it has that kind of musty smell. Kind of smelled like that, like they got all their furniture from an old thrift store. So a bit unique and also kind of cool, I guess, but also a bit smelly.
All right, I'm a little bit bitter because I looked online and it said there's happy hour every day, 5 till 7, and this beer is included. And it also said 16 ounce, but they've given me a sleeve, which maybe is 16 ounce, but it's cost me 18.40 plus tip, not 10. So, you know, it's actually double what I thought it would be. So I'm a bit bitter because I wouldn't have got this. I'd have got something else if it was full price. I only picked this because it was cheap. But luckily it tastes good, so. First time you've ever seen me annoyed. False advertising. Not good enough. This is nice. Overall, I'd say out of the 3, that one was my least favourite. I'm mostly bitter that on the internet it said there'd be a happy hour and there wasn't. Now we're going to go and find somewhere else, but we're in the downtown area, so we're going to go look at the lake and see if we can find somewhere that's got a bit of a lake view, perhaps.
So if you're wondering why this clip is going blurry, no, you're not going blind. I was getting drunk and Brenna decided you didn't need to hear me say the word lake one more time. That was enough. So we walked down into the downtown area. We saw this cute little microbrewery and had a sign outside that said taps and tunes on a Monday. And there was going to be some live artists, so we decided to go in. Things got even better when I got up to the bar because it turned out it was actually happy hour and there was a deal on pitchers of beer. So we had quite a few pitchers of beer. I can't actually remember how many, but let's just say we were there till it got dark and it was summer, so that was pretty late. Look at us enjoying these beers. As you can see, the sun was setting. It looked absolutely beautiful. It was also Brenna's birthday, so, you know, you got to go hard or go home, right? We stayed, we drank, we listened to music. We had a really lovely time. And then when the night was over, we got an Uber back to our hotel room. Can't wait to see you all tomorrow. There's going to be kangaroos.
Hello and good morning. We've woken up in Kelowna in this lovely motel room. We arrived here yesterday from Revelstoke. The weather is absolutely glorious and we have quite a few things we want to get done today. We've had the breakfast, let's just say it was below average. Not good at all. So we're probably going to go for second breakfast and then crack on with the list of things we've got to do today. We're just going to see how much we can get done. There's so much we want to do. Definitely don't have enough time. The weather looks gorgeous and I really want to go and float on the lake at the end of the day. So there's a lot to get done before then.
I want to taste some wine.
And I want to see a kangaroo.
Let's go do it.
See if we can get it all done.
It's 9:30. Let's see what we can get done.
Okay, so our first stop of the day is going down to go and see Lake Kelowna Lake. We haven't actually seen it yet. We went on a bit of a pub crawl last night, got very, very close, but never actually saw it. We drank too much beer. So we're going down there now. Brenna says there's like a little bit of a boardwalk thing we can walk on, and you all know how I feel about boardwalk. So yeah, we're heading down there now. The weather is absolutely stunning, and I'm excited to just get out there and have a little wander around. Honestly, it's so nice and warm, and it's not even 10 o'clock yet, so let's go see.
We're also only 6 minutes away. So So we found parking really easy, but it's a 30-minute maximum. It costs us 75 cents to park, but we only have 30 minutes, but we're just going to walk around quickly, so it's not too much of an issue. I just wanted to see it, really.
I'm an old timer. Sun's out and I'm on an early morning stroll, and I'm loving it. I feel like I need a cappuccino or something fancy.
Oh yeah.
Hold the sprinkles. It's absolutely stunning around here. What a beautiful, peaceful little place this is. Such a good place for a little early morning walk. Genuinely doesn't feel like we're in Canada. It feels like I'm somewhere else. It feels like I'm in Europe or something. Like in Italy. Look how green the grass is too. They definitely got sprinklers around here, haven't they? Freshly cut too.
We were actually in this area last night and we were going to go to King Taps, but we ended up going to a different place and we watched the sunset over the boats. Very, very nice. I don't know why I'm... very, very nice.
Ooh. Now the next stop for today is a kangaroo farm. Need I say more? There's also a porcupine called Priscilla there. I'm excited to see her. It's $20 each. Let's go. It's a 25-minute drive from here. We've arrived at stop number 2 of the day. We are at Kangaroo Creek Farm. It's about 25 minutes from the downtown area of Kelowna, and it's $20 each, and I think we get to pet kangaroos. It's really busy, and I'm excited. It's a Tuesday, and the car park is like half full. Let's go.
What's a wallaby? Well, I guess that answers my question.
I am so unbelievably excited about this. I shouldn't be as a 31-year-old woman, but there's face painting over here. Should I get it done? Kangaroos are this way, by the way.
So we just walked in. Man gave us some treats for the kangaroos. We're only allowed to pet them on the back, and we feed them one leaf at a time.
Don't run!
God, he's so soft. It's like a big cushion.
This is so much fun. Got a thing with all these leaves on, you get to feed them. We also got to see a little Joey peep out of the pouch, and the man who works here said it's really rare and he hasn't even seen it yet, so that's a special moment. And there was a cute little baby over there who's only been out of the pouch a couple of weeks. Also adorable. This is only section 1. There's so many more animals to see. I hope I get more food.
I'm having a great day. This might be for children. I don't care.
No,
Having a great day.
There's definitely some adults here.
We've also got some leaves to feed them. They're just so like docile and it's just so cute.
So to answer Brenna's question from earlier, the difference between a wallaby and a kangaroo is this. That one there's a wallaby, and this fine gentleman with that lovely relaxed position is a kangaroo. Anyway, once we finished touching them, which was so much fun, we moved on to the goats. This was the bit I was most excited for, and look how cute they are. They were basically giant dogs. They liked being petted, and as soon as you didn't pet them, they came over and like leant on your leg like, give me more neck scratches, so of course we obliged. Look at them. That one there was our favourite. He's so cute.
Now we're going to the other side where there's a porcupine, parrots, reptiles, giant rabbits, pigs, and emus.
And capybaras.
And a capybara.
Yeah.
What are those?
They're like, you'll like them.
Okay, I'll like them.
I can indeed confirm that I was right and Brenna did really enjoy the capybaras. When we went in, we were given a little snack to feed them, so that was nice. And they were very interesting to stroke. They had very thick, coarse, wiry hair, but look how cute they are. Again, basically another like dog. Very domesticated. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but adorable, and they also really enjoyed red pepper. I'm pretty sure we were given some other food and they didn't really like that, so I'm glad we were given red pepper because they actually enjoyed eating that. Look at them, just sunning in the sun. Cute. They roll around in the sand to like use it as sun lotion, which is quite an interesting fact. Then I got to hold this cute little sugar glider. And no, that's not me saying hello, that's that bird. Then I held a parrot. Honestly, this place is great. I can't recommend it highly enough. Then we went and we found the rabbits and we stroked them, and we also got to feed them, and they were like some really big, fluffy, friendly rabbits. I think my favourite part was definitely the sugar glider though.
Every pen you go into, they give you like little snacks to feed the animals. They're also soft, you can pet them, they're really friendly.
Now it's time for the main attraction, the porcupine called Priscilla. I was so excited about this, and then when I got in there, I won't lie to you, she actually kind of terrified me. I was convinced them little prickles were going to get me. Fun fact about Priscilla, she was actually overweight, and we were only allowed to give her one snack each because she was a little greedy gal. And she was also pretty much blind, so she just sniffed out the snacks.
We're back at the car. I'm just going to quickly summarise my experience, and I don't like to oversell things, but this was great. If you like petting animals, particularly different animals that you might not have pet before, you should come here. So we just stopped off, had a little bit of lunch. We are heading to Meadow Vista Farms. It's like a bee farm where they specialise in different honeys and they do honey wine. So it's like sweet wine, I guess. We don't really know, but it looked like fun. Also, they do like charcuterie boards and stuff, so we're probably gonna get something else to eat. It's basically gonna be a day of eating and drinking.
So we've just arrived at Meadow Vista. There's only a couple cars here. It looks beautiful. There's a cute little lawn, so I'm excited to get a little charcuterie board, and a little wine sample, and just sit in the sun and just enjoy it. Really, it's mostly going to be Brenna doing the wine sampling because I've got to drive. But I'm gonna have a couple little sips. But yeah, let's go try some wine and look at the bees.
So once we arrived, we booked in to do our wine tasting, but we had a little bit of time to spare, so we went on the bee tour, which was very short but very good. Fun fact for you, for years I used to think that honeybees were actually wasps. I used to think bumblebees were honeybees, so I feel like a lot of people think that too. They look like wasps, but they're not, and it's kind of sad because people kill them. Oh.
So we just went on a little self-guided bee tour, very short, but very interesting. Learned quite a lot about bees, drone bees, queen bees, worker bees. We're about to go do a wine tasting where you get to try, I think she said 4 or 5 wines, and it's $10 each. Which is a pretty good deal, I'd say. It was just doing a tasting with someone else, so we did the little tour, and now we're going to go back and do a tasting. There's also a little bistro where you can stop for lunch. So we just did the tasting. It was very interesting. We didn't film any of it because it was literally one-on-one. It was just me and Brian and then and doing the tasting. Very informative. We learnt a lot. We tried so many different kinds and they all tasted so different. So they're not really wines, they're meads. There's actually no grapes in this at all. So it's yeast, sugar and honey, and then it makes booze.
Yeast, water and honey.
Yeast, water and honey, sorry. And yeah, then it makes booze. And it's called mead, and there was different flavours. We tried a mulled one and it tasted so good because we both really like mulled wine. And we also tried, there was one that was like a mojito style. It was like they'd partnered up with someone else, and that was really good too, but like super sweet. But yeah, all round absolutely delicious. Would recommend.
So now we are sitting in the lawn area. We have just ordered a charcuterie board, and I'm excited about it. Look at me.
It's a quail egg, a kiwi strawberry, a chutney, pickled veggies, mustard, cheese, sausage,
Salami.
prosciutto.
Homemade crostinis. They look good. They've got like sea salt on them. What did we say this was?
That crostini was slightly firmer than expected. As you can see, my teeth are struggling, but it was absolutely delicious. Once we finished there, we got back in the car and we started driving around, and we kept seeing lots of orchards. So next up is a cider tasting.
So we keep driving past all these orchards. There's like thousands and thousands of orchards around here. And I was like, I wonder if they do cider around here, because that's made with apples, right? Turns out we were like 3-minute drive away from a cidery. So we are at Ward Cidery. And as you can see, the big orchard of apples behind me. Also, just going to quickly mention that I don't generally like cider. I've definitely tried cloudy cider and I like that, but in general I don't really like cider that much. So I'm actually very intrigued to try a load of different ciders. Oh, you can sit outside. Oh, that's cute.
Spoiler alert, Brenna likes cider. Only took her 32 years. Well, 31 years. She's 32 now, but she was 31 then. Anyway, I'm rambling. We went in.
I'm
spoke.
not 32 now.
Nearly. Can we keep this? Will this work? Anyway, we went in, we spoke to a lovely lady, and she gave us this cider tasting. They had such cool flavours, and it was absolutely delicious. I was a little bit gutted I couldn't like neck all of them, you know, being the designated driver, I was more of a sipper. Then we went to the store and we bought loads.
So we just went into the cider. It's called Ward Cider. I cannot recommend that place highly enough. My God. It wasn't just cider, they were all such fun flavours. There was one that was like a kiwi strawberry tea infused cider. We ended up buying some. Brenna, who doesn't like cider, we've come out with 8 cans of cider because that's how bloody good it was. Every single one we tried we liked. Even the original cider Brenna liked.
So good.
Honestly, if you're here and you like cider, you have to come and try it. The lady was so helpful, she was so lovely, and yeah, all round great experience. I feel like we were a little bit awkward about going into these places. You know, you're like, don't really know what to say, what to do. Everyone's been so nice.
Let me tell you, if cider in the UK tasted like that, I'd be drinking cider winter, summer, all the time. That was so good. But yeah, basically, revelation. I'm 31 years old today, and I've just worked out that I like cider.
I knew you'd like it.
Once we finished at the cidery, we decided to head back to our hotel because it was getting late. We're going to do a wine tasting tomorrow instead, you know. Don't want to drink too much in one day. Anyway, once we were back at the hotel, we got some ice and we bought loads of cider, like I already said. And we decided to go and sit outside on a bench and share one.
The motel we're staying in comes with this little like seating area. It's like a little grassy patch with like benches and stuff on it. So we thought we'd just take ourselves outside in the sunshine and enjoy half a cider each.
We're just gonna share one because they're quite strong. Really good. Not sponsored, by the way. I had to pay $45 for 8 cans. It's steep, eh? Delicious though, worth it. We're heading downtown now. It's time for dinner. Neither of us know what we want. It's Brenna's birthday and she gets to choose, but she doesn't know what she fancies. I still feel full from the cheese and meat board, but it's like 6 o'clock, so plan is drive to downtown, find a parking space, and then we've pinned a few places. We're gonna walk past and just like peep in and see if anything tickles our pickle, really. Let's go see where we end up.
Neither of us can like settle on a cuisine, but we know we want to eat out, so we're just going to drive downtown, park the car up, walk around, see what we see. Who knows?
It's dinner time. So we got in the car and we drove to the downtown area. We have no idea what we're going to eat. We're just going to go and see what catches our eye. Brenna has done some Googling and has a few places in mind, but we're just going to go and see what they look like. Finding parking was a bit of a nightmare, but we found it.
So we just parked up in the City Park parking lot. Turns out it's free. We've got until 11 or midnight or something and it's completely free, so that was good. We actually went to a parking lot before this and it was $25 for 3 hours. And we were like, oh my god, parking is so expensive, but they just have it in, you can double check. But then we found the City Park and it's completely free, so yeah, that's good.
Till 5 p.m. Paid parking till 5.
Now that we've got the free parking secured, what a bargain, eh? Forever searching for a bargain. We headed down, we walked along the river for a while, we watched the sunset. Look how beautiful it is. There was people paddleboarding on there. I don't think I'd be brave enough. Too deep and too wavy. I'd be scared of falling in. Not that it would be scary, but you know, wouldn't be for me. I like a still lake. This is where we decided to go for dinner. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, you can read the name if you want to know. You can Google it yourself, I guess, or Brenna can insert it here. Ta-da! We went in and it was kind of like a dive bar. This is definitely our vibe. Look, I'm in a sports bar t-shirt. That's just my vibe. Look how cute it was with all the fairy lights. The decor was really interesting. We didn't know what to eat, so we decided to go for like some snacky bits. Fun fact for you, this was the first time Brenna ever tried poutine. We'd lived in Canada a year at this point and she'd never tried poutine, so that's crazy to me. I'm really enjoying the wall art. I'm watching this back and I'm really liking it. We also got guac and chips. Here it is. Ta-da! That's cheeseburger poutine. And then that was like a hot honey chicken, like bites or something. It's always really awkward watching myself eat. Oh yeah, I liked that. Brenna definitely liked the poutine. I still need to get her to have a regular poutine, you know, without all of the random bits and bobs on, just a classic one. Here's our bill. Brenna had some Coronas. I had some water. That was a bit sad, but you know. Then the sun had fully set and there was some cute little baby birds. And then it's Brenna's birthday, so we went to Dairy Queen.
One small caramel sundae and one medium caramel sundae.
We don't often go to Dairy Queen because we don't have a car. We're rented this one, so caramel sundaes. Bye!
Good morning from our motel room in Kelowna. Today is our last day here. Yesterday we did a bunch of stuff, but we didn't get a few things done that we wanted to get done, so we are going to head to a vineyard that overlooks the Okanagan Lake today, which is going to be great. And we're also going to go paddleboarding on a lake that we drove past on the way here, which was like really turquoise blue. We found a little spot to go paddleboarding there. The sun is out. It's mid-September. It's like 25 degrees Celsius and there is not a single cloud in the sky, so let's go.
We're going to be driving towards home after we're done here in Kelowna because the trip is starting to come to an end, so we're going to start heading towards home. There's a really cool campsite we saw that was in Glacier National Park. It's first come, first serve, so fingers crossed we're going to be there tonight. If not, who knows, we'll figure it out. But that's the original plan. But yeah, we're really excited for the day. Weather looks gorgeous. Let's go drink some wine with a view.
we're en route right now to our first stop of the day, which is a winery. We are going to one of the most popular ones here, Quails Gate Winery, which is in West Kelowna. So we just crossed over the bridge, just drove around the lake, the Okanagan Lake, and we are heading to West Kelowna. We are only 7 minutes away, so it's only about 20 minutes from where we were staying. So I'm kind of hoping that we get a nice view over the vineyards and the lake. I'm not 100% sure if we will, but you know, the place actually opens at 11. we're scheduled to arrive at 6 minutes past 11. We didn't know. We typed into Google and it was like, this place doesn't open for 10 minutes. We were like, oh crap. So we left like 10 minutes later than we were going to. But yeah, so we're literally going to get there like as it opens. So hopefully we'll get a nice seat on the patio.
Or we'll just look like drunks.
Or we'll just look like drunks. We'll be the only people there sipping on a glass of wine at 11 a.m.
I was looking at the wineries around here and I saw Quails Gate on the map, and then I remembered when we used to work in Florida, everyone would go wild for the Quails Gate Chardonnay, and I was like, that really rings a bell, why is it? And then I remembered Quails Gate. That's the reason we chose this one, because when I worked in Florida, everyone would be like, oh my god, the Quails Gate Chardonnay is fantastic. So let's try it. I've never tried it. I want to try it. I could buy a bottle from the shop, but you know, I'm here now.
There's a lot of vineyards around here. So we were kind of embarrassed about being the first people here, but it turns out the car park's like half full already, and it's 11:05. So we're not the first people here, and there's already a wine tour bus here, so it might already be busy. But at least we won't look like drunks, because there's other people here.
We're not really sure how it works. Don't know if you have to do a tasting, don't know if you can just show up for a glass of wine. So I will let you know once we go in and figure it out. Only one way to find out, isn't there? Just go in and do it. I feel like we used to be really awkward about that, being like, oh, I don't know. I feel like I've got older and now I don't care. I'm going to go, hello, I'd like a glass of wine. How do I do that, please?
I'm going to put the big camera away, because I always get really embarrassed taking the big camera in. Like, someone's going to be like, you can't film in here, which is fair. If you can't film in there, you can't film in there. But I feel like with the big microphone and the big camera, it always looks a bit like less inconspicuous. So I'm going to bring my phone in. We're going to get some nice candid shots of Danielle drinking a Chardonnay. I'm excited. 11 a.m, let's drink a glass of wine.
Are we sophisticated ladies?
Do sophisticated ladies drink wine at 11 a.m?
Yes, they do, Brenna.
Then we're sophisticated ladies. Can I go in Crocs?
Is there a dress code?
I think I might have to put some real shoes on. I don't think I can go in Crocs.
I'm going to change my shoes, but that's all.
Okay. It's giving fancy vibes. There's a little waterfall outside. There's this park. Feels like I can go to a nice hotel. Feels a little underdressed, but I'm not wearing Crocs anymore. I'm gonna have to try the Chardonnay. She's been banging on about it so much. And I don't know if I like rosé. Maybe let's try rosé. Gewürztraminer. I'm still firmly a red wine drinker, so I'm just going to get 3 red wines, I think, because the white wine wasn't there, so they not for me. But this view, is that for you? This view is for me.
How fantastic is that view? Honestly, I can't recommend this highly enough. I feel like I recommend everything extremely highly, but we just did some really cool things, I guess. Unfortunately, there was a lot more clips of me and Brenna discussing our thoughts on every single wine we tried, but there was a lot of music on in the background, and for copyright reasons, we couldn't use it. So here's Brenna sipping wine instead. She's saying, "Oh yeah, I like that one," in case you didn't catch that. Yeah, totally recommend. You've got to go.
Okay, so we just finished our tasting at the Quails Gate Winery here in Okanagan, West Kelowna. I started with a white wine, tried the Chardonnay because Danielle was banging on about it in the car ride on the way here, and I was like, I need to try the Chardonnay. I don't like white wine. I knew I didn't like white wine, but yesterday I had such success with the cider because I thought I didn't like cider, and then I tried it and I was like, wow, this is amazing. So today I was like, maybe it's 2 for 2. Maybe I like white wine. I don't like white wine. So I just skipped all the white wines and went for the 3 fullest bodied reds they had, and I liked the fullest of the collection, which was called the Hermitage? I don't know, but it was really nice. yeah, it was great. It was $15 each, plus tax, plus tip. And nice view. I feel like because we got here early, we got one of those good tables. I don't know if you get a good table if you get here a bit later, but didn't feel weird drinking wine at 11 a.m. Yeah, great experience.
It was great. I definitely recommend it. Some of the other tastings we did yesterday, they were good, but it was like one-on-one. Person was stood there. She poured our wine, she left us, she told us about it. We got a chance to just enjoy it and not feel like we had to awkwardly drink it right in front of them. So overall, 10 out of 10, my favourite tasting so far. It turns out I like white wine. Brenna doesn't, but now we know that. And we already knew what Brenna liked. She likes the heaviest, fullest red there is. And I like the more subtle notes. The views are absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I'd just come here just to look at the view. Look at that.
Now we're gonna go paddleboarding.
Okay, now for the most exciting part of the day. I'm hot. Let's go paddleboarding.
So we actually spotted this lake a couple of days ago when we were driving into Kelowna, and we looked at it and we thought that looks like a beautiful lake. We should paddleboard on that. And then after a bit of research, it turns out you actually can paddle on it. So that's exciting. So that's why we're going there. On the way there, it was about 40 minutes from where we were, and I had some car snacks. I'm actually at traffic lights here, so I could have fed myself. Clearly, I'm just a spoilt brat, or Brenna loves me. Hopefully, just Brenna loves me and I'm not a brat. Huh.
Looks bloody nice, doesn't it?
So we've just turned up at the Kelowna Lake, and we just found a sign for Glacier Regional Park. So we're about 40 minutes away from Kelowna, north of Kelowna, on a different lake, not on the Okanagan Lake, we're on a different lake. But look how blue the water is. The sun's not actually out right now, there's a big cloud, but the water is like completely blue, like turquoise blue. We're just trying to work out, we've never been here before, so we're just trying to work out what side to go on. There's no one paddleboarding here, but we saw a lot of people paddleboards on the other side, so we're going to go look at the other side before we drag all our stuff down and work out where the best spot is. But so far it's bloody beautiful.
Okay, yeah, we're going to go scope out the other side now. We're about halfway across and see, because I saw some ladies packing down paddleboards over there, and that one there's got like a swimming rope around it, so we're not sure if that means you're only meant to swim there. And like, oh yeah, look, this side doesn't have any rope and it's really still. I think we're coming over here.
This side of the lake is definitely looking lovely. It's very still, there's no wind over here. The geese are a little bit scary though. They are scaring me a bit. Yesterday's video, I found out I like cider and we stocked up, and I'm going to enjoy one right now because the sun's out. For a second there we were debating whether or not to actually pump it up. We were being really lazy and we were like, should we do it or not? Oh, we have to drive for 2.5 hours later, I don't know how to do it. And then I watched that other lady get hers out and I was immediately jealous. I was like, let's do it! If you were wondering, it takes us about 10 minutes with 2 people to pump it up. Obviously I do most of the work, as you probably just saw. But yeah, it takes us about 10 minutes and it's not too difficult until the end. When the PSI gets to like 10 to 15, then it's really hard. But we've also got a double paddleboard so that both of us can go on it at the same time. And we got it from Amazon for like $200. We've used it a bunch. Good purchase. I'm gonna go out on my own for a little bit first. Danielle's gonna sit here and admire from the shore. Let's go. So beautiful here. I'm right by the swimming net though, because I don't have a life jacket, so I'm on my knees and I'm right by the swimming net just in case. But it's so beautiful here. It's so beautiful. When we drove past, the colour was like turquoise, like really, really blue, kind of like Lake Louise almost, or like Peyto Lake. But like, I didn't realise you could get that outside of the mountains, which might sound stupid, but what a beautiful colour of this lake.
So I was actually a little bit nervous to go out there because this lake was really big and really deep, and I didn't have a life jacket on. So I was terrified of falling in, and the water was cold, so I just stayed in the little swimming net and looked like a bit of an idiot. So that's why there's not many clips of me. Once we were done, we packed down. To be honest, we weren't really out there that long on the water before we decided to, you know, call it a day, because we've got a first come first serve campsite to get to. Look at this cute little duck. He was really friendly. So yeah, we had to dry down the paddleboard and head on our way.
Nice parking. Okay, we just packed down the paddleboard. It took us about 10 minutes. Dried it off, packed it away. We are now jumping in the car and we're gonna head to Glacier National Park, but the Canadian version. I didn't actually realise there was a Canadian Glacier National Park until the other day when we drove through it. We're gonna go there. We're gonna hopefully get a spot in a first come first serve campground called Illa Silhouette, and it's actually about 3 hours from here. I thought it was 2.5 hours. It's actually 3 hours from here, so it's 2:15. We should be there by 5:30 at the latest. Let's go.
Hopefully 5. Get in, Brennan. We've got places to be. Stop pissing about. Get that camera at my face and get in the vehicle. I'm joking. Come on. You can all come. Everyone in. 3 hours. All right. We're now in the car. Brenna says these clips are boring because we're always in the car, but we got places to be. I ain't got time to be dilly-dallying. Got to do 2 things at once. Let's get out of here. Right. The car says we will be at the campground, Illa Silhouette campground, at 5 minutes past 5, which isn't too bad. The only issue we have is if the campground's full.
That's my belt. Hang on. That's my belt.
Buckle up. We just want to get to camp a little bit early because we're camping. Obviously, we want to make food and set up and everything. Don't want to do that in the dark. And the next town after this campground is Golden. And the other day, all the campgrounds in Golden were like $400, which we cannot afford. So we need to find somewhere to stay. So hopefully this will be fine. Hence another clip of me in the car. We have a 2-hour, 46-minute drive ahead of us. Oh, look, a squirrel. Yeah, I'm excited to be there. We're having chili for dinner. I'm gonna have a campfire, and I'm gonna make mint s'mores, and I'm so excited about it.
Mint s'mores?
Yeah, mint aero s'mores.
All right. I'm not gonna bore you with any of the details of the drive, so
see you at the campground.
We'll be there in a minute.
So luckily we made it to the campsite in really good time. There was no traffic or anything, so we were really happy about that. And I want to know, are we the only ones when we get to a campsite, this first come first serve, you drive around every single loop to try and find the best possible spot in case you're missing out on a better spot? So once we were there, it actually probably took us half an hour to pick one because I didn't want to miss out and there'd be a better one around the corner. So we finally decided on this one here. It had a good level patch for us. It was very secluded and there was lots of space, 34. So I've done the research. This one is good. There was some better ones, but they were taken. So this was the best of what was available. And it was an RV next to us, so we knew we wouldn't have to hear the people next door to us snoring in their tent. Then we had to walk up and find the registration area. Here you can see the prices. Super easy, just as long as you have cash. Though I think it said you could write your card details on there, but to me that seems sketchy.
So we've got here after the manned shelter is closed, so we have to self-register. So it's basically like the US, where you just fill in a little envelope with your campsite number and stuff like that, and then you put the cash in. So it's $24 a night to camp and $11 a night for the fire permit.
Warning, there's an ugly hat coming up. This is your warning. I'm embarrassed about the hat. So the fun thing about the fire permit is you actually get free camp wood. So you don't have to bring any wood with you and you don't have to pay extra for wood. So you can just take it from this big pile. It's like downed wood. That's cool, right? The ugly hat is coming, I promise. It wasn't a warning for nothing. Brace yourself. I left Brenner in charge of getting the kindling because there's a hat. God, I'm embarrassed.
Right, we've got some thin bits for kindling. I don't really know what's going on here. Danielle does the fires, not me. I'm not very good at it. She told me to grab these pieces, so I'll grab these pieces. Danielle left me alone at the firewood. I don't know anything about firewood. And I was like, what should I take? I don't understand. And then a man came over and was like, them square ones burn really well. So I was like, I'll take those down. He was like, good choice. So I also took the big log. I like the look of. That's enough wood, isn't it? Going to indulge in one of these Fireside Cranberry Mule ciders that we bought yesterday. This is the last one we tried. This is the really gingery one. I'm really fucking excited about it. That's so good.
Problem is we only bought a 4-pack.
That's 2 each.
That's it then, gone forever. Apparently they do ship all across Canada. This isn't an ad, but I actually might buy some.
Oh yeah, we're not sponsored by anybody. Who knew Danielle was a pyromaniac? Not me.
You wouldn't believe I was a city gal, would you? Best fire I've ever done.
Second cider of the evening. Thank you, ma'am.
Cider's gone to Brenda's head. I just had the last sip of this can. And I was like,
Are you sure you're not sponsored?
should be. How good is this steak as well? Give me a magic.
In classic Danny and Brenna fashion, we actually enjoyed sitting by the campfire and I'd drink a little bit too much and left dinner until it was dark. So we said we wanted to get here to not cook in the dark and ended up cooking in the dark anyway. But you know, that's all part of the fun camping experience, right? Look how much fun we're having cooking in the dark.
We've got a can of Tim Hortons chili and some microwave rice. And we're adding some health to us. We've got some white onion and red pepper.
I think our bed's broken.
It's actually... Yeah, no, I think that's broken.
Kind of annoying that we didn't realise the bed was broken until this late in the night, but luckily we have a few spare blankets in the car, so we laid them down on the ground and just slept on top of them with the half-deflated bed. It was actually quite a comfy night's sleep. And that dinner was actually really delicious. Chili in a can when you're camping. Elite. Simple. And them s'mores, definitely the best ones I've ever had.
Best s'more ever.
That's good. Oh my god.
Should I get another one on?
Yeah.
Hey, sleepy guts. Do me a favour on our little car, please.
Good morning. We've woken up in Illa Silhouette Campground, which is in Glacier National Park, Canada, in the state of BC, in case you didn't know. That's our tent over there. We just woke up from that. Last night, our bed broke.
So last night, our inflatable bed that I bought for $50 off Amazon decided to give up the fight and deflate late last night.
I think our bed's broken.
It's actually... Yeah, no, I think that's broken. So we are sleeping on a giant blue blanket. Actually slept surprisingly well considering. It wasn't cold. My back does hurt a bit. I'm a 31-year-old woman. I can't be sleeping on a blanket on the ground. Look at the state of me.
Luckily, because we're car camping, we've got a big old duvet, and we actually had a really comfortable night's sleep. Dare I say, the best night's camping sleep both of us have ever had. Maybe it was all the campfire fun last night, who knows? Gonna make coffee, gonna sit, gonna enjoy the nature, listen to the birds, relax, and figure out what we're doing for today. Because we're not sure. We're gonna camp, or we're gonna go home. We're probably only about 2 hours from where we live now. We're gonna sit and discuss, to be honest with you. I'll update you once we come to some sort of conclusion on the day.
Time we invest in a second camping bug.
We're just scouring all trails to work out which trail to do today because we're going to do a little hiking trail before we leave the area so that we can see some of it. So we're just, luckily we've got internet here, so we're just looking at all trails to find out which one to do because we don't want to do like a really hard one. So we're still not entirely sure what the plan is, but I know that I need to pack down. So I'm going to pack all this crap up, get dressed, and I guess we'll work it out.
Morning again. So we've packed everything down, we've brushed our teeth, we're ready, we're dressed, we're as clean as we're going to get here in the campground, and we're going to go on a couple of little hikes around here. One is called Meeting of the Waters. It's only like 25 minutes, it's really short, but it looks like a nice little stroll along the river, which I'm up for. And we also saw one called Hemlock Grove Boardwalk, which, if you've been following along, apparently I really like boardwalks, and I've seen another one on the way here, which is about 5 minutes drive back the way we came. So we're going to do it. And then we're going to head towards Golden, and then we still don't really know what we're doing with our day. So let's just start there and see what happens, shall we?
You get to find out what we're doing in real time because we have no idea.
Let's go.
So this trail was actually at the end of the campground that we were already staying in, so it worked out perfectly for us because we weren't feeling anything too strenuous today. And it was actually really interesting. There used to be a railroad that went through here. Also extremely sad because there used to be a glacier, which is why people came, but the glacier completely melted, so now no one comes to look at the glacier. So interesting and also very sad. But yeah, you get to see the ruins of this old grand hotel that people used to come to back in the day. A little bit of history here in the Canadian Rockies.
Very interesting actually, and this is a beautiful little view, and it's also a loop. We don't have to walk back on ourselves. Woohoo! So yeah, I definitely recommend it. This one suitable for the whole family, very easy. We're just feeling kind of lazy today and not operating too big, so this is perfect.
So we've just finished that one over there where the two rivers met, and now we're doing the Hemlock Grove boardwalk. Apparently it's only like 7 minutes or something. I think it's going to be very short, but it looks really pretty and green and mossy. And you know how Brenna feels about green and moss, and you know how I feel about mushrooms and boardwalks. So I think it's going to be a perfect stop for us. So we were driving down the road to go towards that boardwalk that we were talking about before. Then I saw a sign for something called Rock Garden. And I guessed it would be easy, and I was correct once we got here. I looked on all trails, and it's like 0.6 of a kilometre. And I imagine there's going to be some nice big boulders and a nice little easy walk, so we're going to do that. But first, Brenna has to eat.
I didn't have any breakfast. Jeez, they fell down.
Ooh, I like it. Took a wrong turn in there, got myself a little lost and ruined someone's photo shoot. Oopsie! We've just arrived at Hemlock Grove Boardwalk. Again, I think it's only like a 10-minute thing, but I really want to see it. I think it's a boardwalk. It looks like it's gonna be green and mossy. All of the fall colours are starting to come in. It looks really nice. It's feeling very fall-like. It's very wet and very cold today compared to like the rest of the week, so I'm excited to do it and get back in the car and be warm. This is one of the most diverse rainforest area in the whole of Canada, and in this part here it has more different trees than in any other province in this one particular area. It's a one-way trail, no smoking, no pets. The roots of the hemlock tree often grow on the outside of the tree because they start life as a tree stump. They grow from an old stump, which is why their roots are on the outside of a stump, because it's not their stump, someone else's stump. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
This is a western red cedar. I know this from the other boardwalk I did the other day.
Big old tree.
Very distinctive bark and size. Overall, I rate this 10 out of 10. Most informative walk I've been on.
We're back in the car. We are probably going to leave Glacier National Park now, and we're going to drive to Golden, which is just over an hour away, and I'm starving, so we're going to find some food.
We were driving along, we went down a steep downhill, and then I saw a sign that said Bear Creek Falls. And I was like, why not? So we pulled in. It says it's 15-20 minutes. We're going down 100 feet to look at the waterfalls. You can kind of hear it and then back up again. There are some people who look like they're really struggling on the way up though. I'm hoping that's because they're older and not good at hiking. Or we're in for a real challenge on the way out. No one will find out, I guess. Let's go see if the falls are worth it.
more impressive than I thought it would be. Sometimes these things are kind of underwhelming, but I'm overwhelmed. We're just heading back to the car after looking at the falls, and let me tell you, they were actually very impressive. Sometimes these things are a little underwhelming. This wasn't. I definitely recommend this. Definitely going to be a bit of a slog to get out, but like a 10-minute slog, not like a 2-hour slog. So I'd say worth it if you're physically fit. There's also a lot of older gals doing it, so I don't think it's that tough. I'll let you know when I'm at the top. How about that?
We're back in the car after doing the climb. Dun, dun, dun. It really wasn't that bad. We didn't even have to stop. It was just a one go all the way up for us. But I will say our hiking level was definitely half decent. So there was a lot of people who were like struggling. And there was a set of stairs. I didn't even think about it. But as I came up, there was a really, really cute old lady. And she said she got all the way to the stairs, but she couldn't make it down because there is a set of steep steps down with no rail. So if you're a bit uneasy on your feet, you might not like that. I definitely recommend hiking poles if you don't really like steep down. It's proper steps, but they were quite steep. I'm sure Brenna got a few clips of them. But yeah, overall, really good hike. I definitely recommend it. There is just a bit of a climb to come back up again. But you know, I'd say it was worth it. I would say it was definitely worth it. Hi, we've now arrived in Golden. That was quick for you, wasn't it? It was about an hour and 10 minutes for us. And we've decided we're going to have a spot of late lunch / early dinner here. Dinner. We're going to have a dinner. Forget brunch, it's all about dinner. And there's a Mexican place that I saw on TikTok and loads of people were talking about it, and I was like, ooh, that sounds good. And Brenna just reminded me about it, so here we are. Let's go.
Ordered the halloumi avocado burrito because this is the one that I kept seeing everyone raving about online, and Brenna's gone for the beef asada burrito, and we're just going to go halvesies and share so we can both try them because we both wanted the same one, but you know it's boring if you eat the same one, isn't it? So we like to do sharesies. And we got a couple Coronas.
The sauce is good. Oh man, I recommend. I highly recommend. This chipotle dip was really spicy, and this is Danielle's. I finished Danielle's and I also finished my own, and now I'm crying. Don't mind me. That's just a white lady gave me some spice.
If you're in town, you have to go there. You have to. No ifs, buts, maybes, go.
Are you sponsored?
Again, not sponsored. I paid that bill, 50 English pounds, $80 for tip.
Also, we're just going for a little walk around just to like move the food down, and there's this really cute little pedestrian bridge over the river, and the river's really like blue and milky, and that is definitely rain coming in. So I'm glad we're not camping tonight, because if you recall from earlier, our bed broke. So we can't camp tonight, but we only live like an hour and a half from here, so we're just going to drive home and then continue the trip tomorrow, because tomorrow's the last day. Oh yeah, that's rain. That rain's coming in.
So I can confirm that we definitely made the right decision by deciding to go home instead of camping, because it actually snowed and the temperature got really low. So no bed, and that would not have been fun. I think we'd have been pretty miserable, and we have an extremely exciting day planned for tomorrow. We're heading to Moraine Lake, and it may or may not be larch season, so we'll have to see if we find any. So home we went, nice and warm, nice shower too. That was also very pleasant. See you guys tomorrow.
Today we're going to go and see one of the most iconic sites in the Lake Louise Banff area. We've actually lived here for like 11 months now, and we still haven't seen Moraine Lake. And today's the day. It's nearly larch season, so hopefully we're going to see some larches. And we managed to get the last minute shuttle tickets up to Moraine Lake a couple days ago. Our bus leaves in like an hour, so we got to drive there. We're about an hour away. I'm excited. Still never seen it, so hope it lives up to the hype.
I'm super excited. It's also snowed last night, only up in the mountains, so I think it's going to look extra cool. I think there's going to be like a fresh dusting of snow, which is really cool. And yeah, just super excited to go and see it. We've literally wanted to see this for so long. It's like the Instagram #1 lake in the area. And it's so hard to get to see, so we're so excited. Let's go.
I am a little bit worried though, because it has definitely snowed. The mountains up around here are covered in snow, and when I woke up this morning, the live weather said it was currently 100% chance of snow at Lake Louise, so I'm a little bit concerned. As you can see, I've got the puffy coat on because it's a little bit chilly today, but hopefully it's all right. Hopefully there's some larch trees out, and yeah, we get to see the famous Moraine Lake.
It's so cold. This is the first time I've worn my ski jacket this season. I had to bust this out of the storage. So I hope it's cold enough to, actually warrant me wearing this, or I'm gonna look like a right idiot. I think it's pretty cold though. It's cold. It's pretty cold. Look at the mountain. It's pretty cold.
We actually drove through this way yesterday and there wasn't any snow on any of these mountains, so there's definitely been like a fresh dump of snow overnight, so I'm very intrigued to see how much snow there is up at Lake Louise.
So from our house in Canmore to Lake Louise is about a 55-minute drive, and let me tell you, it is scenic. Ooh, so scenic. Shocks me every time I see these mountains when we go on a drive. Sometimes you just get used to them and then there's a fresh dump of snow and then you really, really appreciate them again. You're like, wow, it's so beautiful.
Nice mints.
An early morning shot.
It's bloody freezing up here. I thought it was cold in Canmore. Look, I've had to put the hat on, I've had to put my hood up. Danielle's got her mitts on. It's cold.
I think we'll be okay once we start walking.
The wind's blowing. Jesus. We're at the place you get the shuttle from, which is actually the Lake Louise ski resort parking lot. And the shuttle it's run by Parks Canada, and it's $9 or $10 each. And if you didn't book it way in advance, which you probably didn't, you can actually get it, I think it's like 48 hours before. It's 2 days before at 8 a.m. local time. You can get the last minute shuttle. You just got to be on there at 8 a.m. on the dot, or you're probably not going to get it. But that's how we got it. So we got it 2 days ago. And when you book the shuttle, you get a time slot. So it's a 1 hour time slot. We went for 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So you can arrive anytime between then and hop on a bus. It's like first come, first serve. We've actually done it before, not to Moraine Lake, but to Lake Louise.
Same thing though.
Yeah, but it's exactly the same thing. And you just turn up and you just get on the first available bus in your hour time slot. I think if you turn up early, they're not going to let you on. So I think a lot of people try that. They turn up early, they're like, oh, I accidentally booked it too late. But it's first come, first serve with the booking, and then first come, first serve when you arrive to get on the bus. And it's like coaches, and it takes maybe 10 minutes to get up there.
Yeah, they also have a thing called a lake connector. So if your ticket gets you to Lake Louise, once you're at Lake Louise, there's a bus that shuttles you between Moraine Lake and Lake Louise for free.
Yeah.
You have to just go to the original lake you booked first, and then you can move between the two.
And then you can get
back.
Yeah, and then you can get the bus back from either lake to the parking lot with your ticket, no matter where your ticket was to.
If that makes sense. Yeah. Hopefully we've made that clear enough. I'm so snuggly. Absolutely no regret about this.
I think I need to put my mitts on.
This is the most clothes I've worn since maybe March. And let me tell you, I need it. On the ride here, the sun was coming out and I was like, I wonder if I look stupid in a ski jacket. Maybe I should just wear my raincoat. Not stupid. Glad I have it. And these mitts. Fun fact about these mitts, in the winter, it used to get so cold they'd freeze and they go every time I bent my fingers. Luckily it's not that cold today, so let's go get the bus and excuse my hair. I can't do anything about it.
Okay, so we just got the bus. It took us, I think it took around 25 minutes. It's 10 past 11 now. And the road was really windy, and as we came up it started to snow, and now that we're here it's actually snowing, so I'm a little bit concerned. It's not as cold as I thought it would be, and you can actually see the lake from the parking lot, so I'm very excited. It's very, very blue, and I hope we can see the mountains around it, but if we can't, we can't. At least we tried.
I've just realised I saw people holding a piece of cake. I left all the money in the car. No cake for us.
Oh, again?
Yeah.
Oh.
We never get the cake.
Never. If you haven't been following along, this is the third time we've missed out on cake now. Mount Assiniboine didn't get the cake. Where else did we go? Lake O'Hara, I didn't get the cake. It was raining. Yeah, ain't got no money. Didn't even know there's some cake here.
Oh well, this was, it looked like a bit like lemon cake.
Lemon cake? Yeah. I've been up my alley.
Okay, so we just went for a little brief pit stop. I needed the toilet. And now we're going down to the rock pile where apparently there's a good view. It's only 250 metres from the parking lot. And I'm absolutely shocked at how busy it is. I mean, I knew it would be busy, but it's raining, it's cold, and it's the middle of September. I would have thought like it would die off a bit.
And it's Wednesday.
And it's a Wednesday, yeah.
Is it Wednesday?
Thursday. It's a Thursday. But still, or is it Friday? No, it's Friday. So we're going to head down now to this little viewpoint and see what it looks like. Let's go.
I think this rock pile trail is the one to the viewpoint. I'm not actually sure. It just says a rock pile, 200 metres, so we're walking up the rock pile, the aptly named rock pile. Just a pile of rocks.
Disneyland is less busy than this.
Don't be naughty, don't go off trail. There's lots of signs that say not to, but there's also lots of people doing it. That's all.
It's definitely snowing again, but it's very, very pretty. I'm excited to go and do this show and hopefully get away from some of the crowds because it is excessively crowdy. And it's people who are, you know, very interested in getting their perfect photo and don't give a crap if you're in the way. And we'll just barge it out of the way. So yeah, hopefully we lose the crowd soon.
So we're at the rock pile viewpoint. It's very, very busy. Like I said, it's midweek. It's the end of September. I kind of thought there wouldn't be as many people here, but there is. And everyone's very, like, pushy, you know, like, they want to get the view and they want you out the way. But the lake is very nice. It's a little bit cloudy, but still very blue, which I'm surprised about. I didn't know if it'd still be blue. But yeah, I need to put the camera away because it's snowing again. So we eventually managed to find a little break in the crowds and find a little space to actually take some pictures and stuff. It was, again, a bit of a fight, but we managed it. A bit of patience, a bit of perseverance. And also, good luck would have it, the cloud coverage kind of went. So the view was actually nicer, so I'm glad we waited. I'm glad we stood our ground and we waited because the clouds did eventually clear. And we managed to get some nice photos, so win-win. But yeah, it is a bit, I can imagine the peak of some of that is very irritating. I don't know if I just have a short patience today, but god damn, that was I found myself getting irritated at people because they just wouldn't move. Taking like 25 photos of each other and I'm like, can I just take one? I'm over it now though. Now we're gonna walk back down. I'm really hungry, I want to eat my lunch, so hopefully we're gonna eat some lunch and do the Larch Valley because it's definitely cleared. You can actually see the 10 peaks now, which you couldn't see before, so hopefully it's going to clear a little bit. We're going to go up there. There's going to be some larches. It's going to be beautiful. And we're actually going to be able to see something. So down to the car park to eat some lunch. And yeah, go on a hike.
Maybe after this hike, I completely forgot, I just heard Brenna talking. That's the 10 Peaks behind us, and Brenna's favourite beer by Canmore Brewing is the 10 Peaks, so maybe we'll get one of them later. End the day off right, eh?
I fully endorse that message.
Okay, so our top tip for you at Moraine Lake is walk 50 metres down from the shoreline. There's a nice ramp down onto the beach, and there's no one else here. Well, there's a few people, but you know, nothing quite compared to that.
You can't see the mountains from here though.
But there's a lot of logs to sit and eat your lunch.
So the clouds have finally lifted around the mountains, around the lake, and I can confirm that this is definitely worth the hype. This is a really, really cool view. And the accessibility of it is crazy because you just get the bus up here, you don't have to hike or anything. So considering how easy it is, this is really amazing. The lake is still really, really blue too, and it's the end of September nearly, so I'm kind of surprised. I know it's really, really blue in like June, but still really blue now. But wow, yeah, seriously, this is an incredible view. This is definitely, definitely worth visiting.
I don't know when it happened, but apparently I've turned into a bit of an old lady. I've brought a thermos of coffee with me. Who do I think I am? Also, probably for the best because I forgot my money. I would have bought coffee, but... Ready? It's still hot. I made this hours ago. Thermoses blow my mind. Excuse the pink plastic cups, they're lightweight. Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, is that mine?
Yeah. I want all of it now.
The log we've decided to sit on is still a bit wet, so I'm sitting on the mix.
They're not mine.
Oh, that works. Oh, it's really hot.
Good, isn't it?
It's got pumpkin spice creamer in it too, so it's like a special drink. Oh yeah, this was a good idea.
This is so beautiful.
I recommend this. Maybe bring a camping mug though, not a big pink Walmart cup, but
They're lightweight.
it works. Also, we did bring lunch along. We made bread rolls. I didn't think there was anything up here. I saw loads of signs that were like, there's no running water, it's backcountry, it's very basic, but there's actually a lodge and a cafe and a gift shop. There's loads of stuff up here. But we brought lunch along. We made lunch at home. Well, Danielle made lunch at home. So I think we're going to sit here and eat lunch because it's definitely lunchtime.
What time is it?
Oh, it's 12. It's 12:05. It's lunchtime.
That's lunchtime.
Yeah.
That's a lunch hour.
Definitely need to eat before we go uphill because the Larch Valley hike is all uphill. I think it's about 500 metres of elevation gain over 5 kilometres?
4 point something.
4.5 kilometres-ish. Really don't like to be patronising or anything, but I really believe in like spreading the word. Don't feed the wildlife. It's really easy to follow the rules. All right, lunch is finished, and now we are going to go on the Larch Valley hike, which is 4.5 kilometres from here, about 550 metres of elevation gain. Goes up, switchbacks up to a valley which hopefully has lots of golden larches in right now. I don't think the larches are going to be like peak right now, but they're definitely going to be yellow. So hopefully there's not too much snow up there, and hopefully it's not too difficult.
That's Steve off the bat after lunch.
I can confirm the first bit is all uphill. I've had to take the coat off, it's got a little bit hot.
I get you in the old ski jacket. So we're still climbing up. I'm a little out of breath. There's a little opening there, you can see the lake and it looks gorgeous. The clouds have rolled in so you can't see the mountains, but you can see how blue the lake is from above, which is pretty cool.
It's really started snowing again. I feel like we're in the cloud at the moment. It's going through like waves where it's clearing a bit and then other waves where it's like sick. We're hoping by the time we get to the top it's going to clear.
Yeah, all the way down.
All the way down, so on the way down we get some nice views of the lake, but at the moment we can't see nothing.
No, nothing at all. The sun's trying to peep through there, it's really weird. It's like kind of bright from the sun, but pure white and snowing.
Yeah.
It's really weird, and occasionally you'll see the snowy mountain directly opposite us. But right now you can't see nothing. But then if you look in like 5 seconds, you're like, oh, man, no, it's gone again. It's a real tease. I think we're nearly there. Brenna says we've still got about 3k to go, but I'm just pretending we're nearly there.
That's the stats.
Also, show them the first tree.
The first orange larch we've seen. I think we've finally reached the larches. There's a few up there.
They don't even look real. Looks like someone's gone with a can of yellow spray paint.
I'm pleasantly surprised. I genuinely thought they were going to be like still green and a little bit yellow, but it looks like they're orange down here, so hopefully they're orange the whole way through. Also, the snow started to settle up here because we're quite high up, so hopefully we get some really cool pictures. Last 10 minutes or so, the snow has really started to come down. We are getting quite snowed now. As the clouds move and they clear, you get to see like new little snippets of mountains. So there's like more and more mountains being uncovered by the cloud as we walk. Also, the snow is coming down thick and fast. Just walked through the Larch Valley. The trail kind of ends at a little lake around this like big mountain bowl, and the sun kind of started to come out, the clouds started to lift a bit, and we could see a pass up there with these nice switchbacks up. And Danielle's like, shall we? And man comes walking down the other way and someone's like, is it nice up there? And he's like, oh yeah, it's worth it. So another kilometre or so. 1.3 kilometres. Don't know the elevation, but we can see it. Cloud has started to come back in now, but it did clear for a bit, so we're hoping we get up there and we can see down the other side of the valley into Lake Louise. But we'll see. This might be a big mistake. It has got very, very cold and the cloud is coming back in, but we'll see. Hopefully it's nice.
So we're about a third of the way up. Lake's down there. We were going up there and we could see the top, but the weather seems to be getting worse. The clouds are getting thicker. We can't even see the top now. And to be honest, we can't see anything behind us. It's got really cold and the snow's getting a bit worse. So we've made the executive decision that we're just going to turn back because there's no point hiking up there when we're literally just going to see grey cloud and nothing else. So yeah, we're going to head back. We tried. It does look really cool. I reckon it would be nice, but with today's weather conditions, not really worth the effort to climb all the way up there. So we're going to go back.
The clouds got a lot thicker. I think it's moving quite quickly, so it's like clearing for a little while and then coming in thick, but we can't see anything now. We can't even see the pass anymore. So we've made the executive decision to turn back because it's getting really, really cold and there's no point climbing up there if we don't see anything. We want to come back. We want to come back when it's nice and clear, so...
Yeah, this is right in the corner from where we live too.
Yeah. And also, look how deep the snow is here. Make a snowball out of that.
One fistful.
Yeah, so it's getting a little cold, a little wet. I reckon 10 back. We've seen the larches, we've seen some nice views. Let's go get a cake and a coffee. No, 10 Peaks beer. Let's go get something nice.
All right, then let's go.
That's steep. Use caution. The sun's come out, but the snow's blowing in my eyes with the cold wind. I can't see nothing. Blinded.
It's coming in thick and fast.
Yeah, it's coming in thick and fast. Doesn't look like it now, but it was.
Yeah, it was. I promise.
So after we made the executive decision to come back down, look what the weather's done. It's only bloody gone blue again.
Is that blue sky? Is that sunshine? Mother Nature just doesn't want us to see anything today. It's so bright, but I can't see anything. It's like thick cloud, but the sun is in my eyes. I'm so confused.
I think it's thick low cloud and thin high cloud.
Yeah. It's like we're surrounded by like a halo of cloud. Time for a quick snack before we head down the hill. All right, we just had a quick snack and of course the sun came out. It's still really snowing, but the sun came out. You can kind of see the mountains over the other side now. Look how nice it is behind me though. We had just got to the top of the pass by now, so we really are being mugged off by the weather, but oh well. I've had a granola bar, had some crackers and some baba ganoush. Now we're going to head back down. It's got really, really cold because of the wind. But hopefully once we get back into the trees, it won't be so cold. Also, please excuse the wincing. The sun is bright. It's snowing, but it's sunny. I'm confused, but nice view.
My hair's got wet and it's so cold it's actually frozen. Who knew it was that cold up here? It feels cold, but it's not that cold. Fuck that. It's frozen into it, look, like log-like.
Log-like?
Honestly, I'm not joking, look. Touch that, bro.
She ain't kidding, her hair's frozen.
Frozen.
The cloud is really lifting now, and I can see all the peaks. The sun's literally lighting them up. It looks amazing. All the little orange larches. Wow. The larches are definitely looking more golden with the sun out. When the sun wasn't out, it was a little bit cloudy, they look less golden, but now that the sun's shining on them, they're really orange. It looks even better than it did earlier. These views are amazing.
You really can't trust the weather in the mountains. A minute ago it was so cloudy we were getting snowed and we were freezing, and now it's crisp as hell, the sun's out, and I wish I had sun lotion.
So we have just left the open meadow area of the Larch Valley part of this hike, and we are just heading back into the trees now. So we've probably got like 40 minutes of downhill, all covered though, so no more views, but I'm so glad the sun came out for that last bit there because that was incredible. That looks so amazing with the larches and the meadow and the mountains. They were like super, super crisp with the blue sky behind them. Wow, that's one of my favorite views that we've ever seen. So definitely worth it. Worth waiting too, because the weather's so flippant, like it changes so quickly. 1 minute it's like super cloudy and cold and snowing, and then 5 minutes later, literally, it's blue sky and sunshine, and it's like the crispest view you've ever seen.
That's ridiculous.
So we've just got back to the parking lot and we've just seen the line for the bus back to where our car is parked. Let's just say it's a big old line, so I think we might be here a little while. Oh well, here's what it is.
I overheard a radio and it said, I think I've got about 3 busloads here. I'm not sure if they're talking about here or elsewhere, but it's looking like it might be here by this queue. So we might be here about an hour. Maybe they'll send in the cavalry and the extra buses.
We're on the bus. I said I hope the cavalry arrived. They did arrive. They sent an extra bus, so we're on it in about 15 minutes, which wasn't so bad. We're going to head back to the parking lot, get in the car, and then we're going to Canmore for a cheeky little pint. And then we'll figure out dinner after that. Most importantly, beer. Brenna's going to get a 10 peaks. I'm going to get a Misty Mountain. I already know. I like an IPA. Brenna likes pale ale. Fun facts for you. Bloody freezing.
We're back at the car. The sun is still out. It is still bloody freezing. The
really
bus
cold.
here took
25 minutes.
25 minutes.
25.
We didn't have to wait that long for it actually. I saw the line and I was like, damn, we're going to be here for an hour. But I think it took like 20 minutes.
I think they called out another bus because the queue was so long.
Yeah, a load of buses arrived just as we got on. And now what we're going to do, we're going to drive back to Canmore, which is
Yeah.
about 55 minutes, and go to Canmore Brewing.
We're going to get a beer.
I'm going to get 10 peaks. Let's talk about stats and figures, shall we? All right, so the Larch Valley hike was about 10 kilometres with about 550 metres of elevation gain. Obviously, we went a little bit up Sentinel Pass, so my stats were a little bit off. But in total, including all the breaks and everything, so didn't pause or watch at any point, took us exactly 4 hours.
We did stop for some snacks too.
And I took a lot of photos. I did not stop. Once the sun came out, Danielle was just walking off and then standing and waiting for me for like 20 minutes while I took pictures. It looks so nice.
Not an exaggeration either. I was bloody freezing. I was just stood there like,
I was like, you okay?
I really needed a wee too. That coffee finally went through me by the time we got to the top, and then I had like a long old wait back down for the nearest toilet. So that was another reason I was in a bit of a haste to get back down.
It's cold.
It's really cold. Overall though, really good hike. Definitely recommend it.
Yep.
Definitely not easy though. I wouldn't do that hike
No.
if you've never hiked before and you're not really a hiker. It's definitely a lot of uphill. The terrain's good though.
Yeah, it wasn't like stony or rooty or anything, but there was a
Just a
lot of
little
people on the way up who were like huffing and puffing, and they were like, "Is it worth it?" We were like, "Yeah, it's worth it." Like,
Yeah, it
and
was
they didn't
beautiful.
know what they got themselves into.
Well, you can see our clips and see it was definitely worth it,
Yeah.
but just beware if you're not much of a hiker, it's going to be a bit tough on. Even if you are a bit of a hiker, it's still a bit tough. It's
Yeah.
a lot of up.
And also, don't be discouraged by the weather, because as we've shown you, the weather will go from like completely cloudy, can't see nothing, to snowing, to the sun being out in all about 10 minutes. So, yeah.
Ignore the weather forecast and just go for it,
And bring warm clothes, even if
Yeah.
it says it's going to be sunny.
because it might just snow on you.
Yes.
And bring sun cream even if it's snowing, because the sun might come out.
Yes.
That's not a joke either. The sun here is strong.
Yeah.
Right, let's get in the car.
Yeah, should we go? It's a bit chilly.
I just want to let you all know that I'm already in my leisure shoes and my Crocs are back on again. Still deformed. If you've been following for a while, you'll understand.
We are also parked the furthest away. Apparently, we came at the busiest time. 10 a.m. is the busiest time in this parking lot.
Yeah, we're
Because-
one row from the edge.
Yeah, we're literally the furthest away, but don't be lazy. Just park where you're supposed to. If the lady with the big mittens on tells you to park right there, park right there. Stop driving closer. Not rule breakers today. Anyway.
Also, it's literally a 2-minute walk.
Yeah.
We're not far away. Don't be discouraged by that either.
Yeah.
Right, let's get in the car. It's cold.
All right, yeah, I'm actually...
Come on, come and get in the car.
I need to pack down this tripod.
All right. You can stay here with Brenna. I'm getting in the car.
Oh.